Today we try to become the greatest head coach in the history of college football, and many attribute that distinct crown to Nick Saban. So we're going to try to eclipse all of the major things Nick Saban has done in his college career. We got a whole list of things here. This is his record, his SEC record, and then each individual accolade, such as Heisman's and national championships, All-Americans that he's produced, draft picks, first rounders more specifically, the offenses, the defenses. We're going to try to eclipse each and every one of those sections. And in order to replicate what Saban did, he took over an Alabama team in the SEC when they were kind of a middle-of-the-road team. So, we're going to go through with that again here, and we're going to take over a middle-of-the-road SEC team. My choice, South Carolina. I did this video last year. I chose Auburn. It was a lot of fun. Let's choose South Carolina this year, a team that has not had a whole lot of success historically relative to their peers, but a SEC team 500 and below, but has some talent, and a player I like a lot in Lenora Sellers, so it's going to be nice to have him for maybe the first year. We're going to keep track of all of the important things that go on from all of the tallies of the accolades that we are chasing of Nick Saban. I'll show you for scouting any gem feature prospect that's worth showing, and we'll show you as we start to get some of these guys on our board and getting them committed. But we're going to be flying through these seasons. It's a lot to get through. Saban coached for 17 years, so you're getting a full 17 seasons, and we'll be spectating each and every SEC championship and playoff game that we get into. So any important game, and if we're trying to win, 6+ national championships and 9+ SEC titles, there's going to be plenty of action for us to get into. Now, South Carolina, they're a mid-80s overall team, which relative to the rest of the country, it's pretty nice. Relative to their SEC peers, not the best. They have some work to do. They are a middle-of-the-road SEC team. What makes this, maybe more difficult is we're not going to be playing any games. We purely spectate, and we are at the mercy of whatever happens. And, I can put together the greatest team ever, but if the team doesn't execute, if the team doesn't go out there and succeed, then it's not going to matter. We don't expect to go and win a national championship immediately, but we did get a couple of nice commits here as Sam Leavitt for LSU wins the Heisman. And after year one, we do make a bowl game, so no playoff appearance. I don't think that's a shock, but an 8-4 record. The thing is I was going through the season, we started 6-0, and I was like, okay, are we gonna shock the world here? No, 8-4. That's fine. These early seasons though are really important. We have our first All-American here. Manuel Poku becomes one in the first of hopefully the 40+ that we'll need. But these first seasons are actually really important for the cumulative statistics because Nick Saban throughout his career only lost 29 total games in Alabama and 18 of them in the SEC. So, imagine if we came out here and won 3 or 4 games, like right off the bat, that's already, 30% of the games we can afford to lose. It would really put us behind the curve, and we don't want to lock ourselves out of certain accolades that we could try to hit in these 17 years, because after year 17, it's over. We're not giving ourselves any extra time. As the Lenora Sellers, we're in this bowl game, getting a little bit of action here, as it's 30-18 over Washington State, and Sellers is having one heck of a game on the ground, and Sellers has 174 yards rushing. How about a bubble screen? Out on the edge, makes a move, gets around the defense, and going for the touchdown. So Lenora Sellers and his South Carolina squad could be coming out with a bowl win. Now, bowl games aren't really going to count for too much. I didn't think it was fair to really chart Saban's bowl win since he played a portion of his career in the BCS and then in the playoff era. And, we're in a completely different era where bowl games mean different things, and we're in the 12-team playoff era, so it's not really fair to kind of, compare the two. So I kind of left the playoff stuff out of it, as with interception, South Carolina defense coming up with a big play. And hey, if we come out here with a 9-4 season, I'd be very happy with that being the year one, as the pass over the middle is caught, and we got another play from Sellers, who's got 5 touchdowns already, looking for 6, and could be running away with this game. Sellers' hands, and the running back doesn't get there. We'll have to set up for a field goal, but I mean, it's going to be 40-18, and what we're hoping is the only bowl game we see in this video. I would love to just go from here on out, playoffs the rest of the way. We jump to a 4th down and 4 for Washington State. Basically, your game, throwing deep and incomplete and double coverage. That'll do it, and we win the Las Vegas Bowl. 43-18 Sellers. How about 2 touchdowns through the air, 3 on the ground? An incredible game. And Lenora Sellers as a whole, what we're going to try to do, I would love to keep him. And Sellers had 16 rushing touchdowns, 900 rushing yards, a crazy year, as the receivers are going to just kind of, be fine. If you're wondering about playbooks here, I'm not changing them. I'm just going to rock with South Carolina's offense and defense. So whatever they have default base, I'm going to rock with it. So Lenora Sellers, yeah, I mean, I'm going to use a chunk of our NIL budget, and we're actually going to keep him along. Dylan Stewart, not so much. Stewart got hurt in his season. We'll let him go to the 1st round, and we were a very heavy transfer portal team, as I want to, raise the floor of things here. So South Carolina ends up with the 18th recruiting class. A little underwhelming for what I was looking for, but I think it was overall fine that we got a lot of transfer portal players, and we got a lot of nice ones here. The only thing that I'm not in love with is our general recruits. I was shooting high for the 5 stars. We didn't get a lot, but how about an elite dev quarterback, D'Angelo Gage? That is kind of the big freshman signing that I think we got. We also got 1 5-star in Terrence Rawls, a safety, so that's nice to have. And Lenora Sellers goes up to an 89. With my coaching archetype and everything, I did go fully into the strategist stuff to try to, again, raise the floor of the team, because I think in the early seasons, that is the important thing, is to make your team as good as possible, as early as possible. We'll deal with recruiting, we'll deal with development, we'll deal with all that other stuff later, but we have to go full on, we need to succeed as soon as possible to try to not lock ourselves out of, losing too many games too early on. So I think the team is better going into season 2, and you see the boost that we got here, some of the players that we were able to bring in the transfer portal, getting starting opportunities. The cornerback room is amazing with Bakari Swain and Brent Gordon, so that is going to be great. We also have Lutmer at safety, 88 overall. The secondary is awesome. I mean, that's 3 of our 4 best players, and then Tuggle is going to be out there with a great quarterback that we hope can compete for a Heisman Trophy. We got some nice prospects here. Mafu Lepke is a nice tackle. Legend guy, awesome name. 93 speed and solid coverage and tackling. I mean, that's good stuff all around. We got ourselves more commits here. I mean, I'm not going to show you the in-depth of the recruiting, but we actually really stunned my expectations. How about South Carolina in the SEC championship, number 2 in the country? We went 12-0. That is not what I would have expected from this team. I was hoping for 10, but 12-0? All right, well, we have found ourselves maybe, hitting our stride a year or 2 early, as we're taking on Marcel Reed and Texas A&M. So can we get that first SEC title on the board? We're going to be headed to the playoffs regardless, but can we get that first round bye? And can we get that first title on the board? As a bubble out, it's going to be tackled for no gain. Reed, just 200 yards and a touchdown. He and Lenora Sellers are both in the Heisman candidacy, and Lenora Sellers has to watch Marcel Reed run for a touchdown to give him a 21-14 lead. As Sellers, now it's your turn. What do you got? Sellers on the run. He's going to fumble the football. And Sellers puts it on the ground, and now A&M has it. They got scoring position and a 7-point lead, as South Carolina's opening SEC title game of the video might go up in smoke, as we have had Lenora Sellers, our Heisman candidate, who we just gave a whole bunch of our NIL budget to try to stay for another year. He might have just fumbled the game away. Defense, though, gets a nice 3-and-out, but because of the fumble on the first play of the drive, they got a field goal out of it, 24-14, so now down by 10 with under 7 minutes to play. Sellers, you got to redeem yourself here from the 30. Sellers is going to step up and move, throw, first down. It'll be from the 37-yard line. 6 minutes to play after somebody got banged up. Offensive line, nice job, and an open man. It's Sellers to Sellers for the first down into A&M territory as Lenoris outside broke it up. 3rd down and 10. We'll go handoff. I don't love that play call. It's 4th and 11 now, and this could be the game. 4th and 11. Sellers got it for the first down. Nice job to stand and deliver from the pocket. 27-yard line. As deep drop for Sellers. Finds a man over the middle again. And there we go to the red zone. 4 minutes to play. We got to start picking up the pace, though. And Sellers is sacked. And that is not what we needed. With 17 yards to go, we'll get the sack yardage back and 5 extra to make it 3rd down and 5. As Lenoris with 3.5 to play, he'll scramble. He's got the first down. It's goal to go from the 3. This drive has been long. It's taken a lot of time. Sellers is sacked again. And it's 2nd and goal with 3 minutes to play. Sellers to run. Slides at the 2. We're taking so much time as Sellers moves left, throws it, incomplete. It's 4th and goal. And all of that time just for a field goal as A&M now can get a couple of first downs and end it. Handoff outside, tackle for no gain. We'll get a bailout injury timeout as a handoff once more. And brought down for 3. That's our first timeout. Reed, 3rd down and 7. Man at the line. He doesn't have it. We'll take over with 2:20 to go. How spectacular would it be to get a first-round bye in the SEC title in just year 2? Sellers running. Sellers, first down, it slides. The 41. I mean, we're pushing for overtime, of course, but I mean, hey, would the decision to go for 2 be there if you want some insight as a deep ball is incomplete? I turned my coach aggressiveness on offense all the way to the max. It's at 100. I want to see if we can go for 2, but if we're not even going to get into the end zone, 4th and 12, it might not matter. Sellers on the run, got another 4th down conversion. The 3rd 4th down conversion in the last 2 drives as the throw short with a minute to play. Tackle before the line as the clock will keep on moving. 4 yards off, and then we'll get the first down, so the clock will stop momentarily. 25-yard line, 48 seconds to play after the spike as Sellers will take off. Sellers, he got the first down, breaks a tackle. Sellers, 14 more. 39 seconds to play, we're out of timeouts. Sellers to the end zone, caught, touchdown. South Carolina's tied it up with just about 30 seconds to play. We'll kick the extra point. No 2-point conversion as Marcel Reed throwing on the first play of the drive. Oh no! Picked off! How have you let that happen? It's Gordon, our top transfer portal prospect, coming over, picking off Reed, and we are set up to win this game. How? That is a just disastrous offense, Marcel Reed. I can't believe you've done that, man. As the run, we won't even take a field goal. We'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown. And 17 unanswered for South Carolina with 15 seconds to play. Deep ball is incomplete. And A&M, can they set themselves up for a Hail Mary opportunity? No, they can. It's intercepted with 6 seconds to play. And the SEC title is ours. First one on the board. And one heck of a performance, I think, after the fumble, Lenore Sellers really dialed in and had himself a heck of a finish. But the Marcel Reed interception, that is unforgivable. That is unreal. And I said both Marcel Reed and Lenore Sellers were finalists for the Heisman. Put them alongside Mike Groves and Bryce Underwood at LSU. And we have ourselves a chance at a Heisman trophy. I think Sellers beating Reed and how that ended might have knocked Reed out. But for Lenore Sellers, the Heisman trophy is going to him. We got our first Heisman winner. And it's Lenore Sellers. This is awesome. What a start, man. What a start. Lenore Sellers, after that SEC title performance, I think just enough. I mean, we were able to knock Marcel Reed down, Bryce Underwood wasn't in the SEC title game, so he didn't have that on his resume. And then all that was Memphis, and, well, I think you're going to get a little SEC bias on your side, maybe. But, hey, Lenora Sellers leads us to the #1 seed and a first-round bye, as we get 2 more All-Americans. Obviously, Sellers won all of those awards that come with the Heisman, but the other one, second team, as Anthony Addison at edge rusher makes it. But the tallies are not done yet. We had a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. How I do it with the offenses and defenses is it's not just points per game or just yards per game. It's being top 5 basically in both of those to be like a definitive. You are a top 5 offense. You are a top 5 defense. And hey, Nick Saban had 9 top 5 defenses at Alabama. It's going to be a lot to overcome. The offenses, I think, are doable, but we're heading into our first playoff game of the video, taking on BYU. So BYU took out A&M, and look at the start of this one. Picked off in the 4th quarter. We're up 21-7 on BYU, and now an interception. So things could get out of hand here if we go up by 3 scores at the 32 Sellers. That's gonna be disrupted as it's 3rd down and 9. And Sellers quick turns around, gets a decent gain to make the field goal try easier, but we're not going for a field goal. We're going for it. And Sellers first down at the 10. Yeah, I have the aggressiveness cranked up, so that's going to be something we see a little bit, as we're not taking a field goal, even though I think in that situation I personally would have. I'm fine with the excitement of going for it. 3rd down and 10, though. Will we keep it moving and get into the end zone? In the flats, he'll find a man! Touchdown! We're up by 3 scores now. I really didn't expect us to come out the gates like this in year 2 and play like this. I know Sellers staying along means a lot, but I mean, the team in general, Sellers alone wasn't going to make this team undefeated in a national title contender. We had a top 5 defense as well, and I do attribute a lot of that to the secondary. On cue, picked off. It was 4th down, so they had to force something, but another interception. I mean, keeping Bakari Swain, getting Gordon, getting a safety. I mean, we had, like I said when I showed you the rosters, 3 of our top 4 players were secondary members, and the jet pass is going to get us to 3rd down and 3. Another first down will basically allow us to run this clock up, but we'll just do more than that. Touchdown! 1 more. We're headed straight to the semifinals now, as Sellers throws for 3 touchdowns. Also, you know, a running game pretty nice as well, 35-7, and the defense coming up with 4 interceptions. So Ohio State is now the hurdle we have to overcome, as Ohio State is down by a pretty decent margin, though. It's 31-13, and we have the ball, and we're running it into their territory. I mean, what has gotten into this team? We are playing incredible. From the 7, draw, and down and goal to go from the 3. Averaging 6 a carry as Sellers and zone caught. What a grab! Touchdown! It's 38-13 as Ohio State doesn't know what hit them. We'll jump to the 4th down opportunity as they are driving, but I mean, there's a reason we're catching you with the highlights of this one, as Ohio State finally scores a touchdown later in their drive, but with under 3 minutes to go, they're still down by 18. We recover the onside kick, and we are running free to a national championship appearance. Another first down on the ground, 1 more to do it. Ohio State's not even burning timeouts, and we'll run ourselves all the way, and another touchdown for good measure. We didn't even need to do that to him. Sellers, 5 touchdown passes, 100 yards on the ground for our back. Sellers adds 45 of his own. I mean, my goodness, like, Lenoris is playing unreal. And we'll go to the national championship to take on UCLA, who was the #2 seed, 14-1. So, you know, I guess in a sense we got the best pull we can get, the 2nd best team in the country. But again, we're up by a pretty fair margin, 33-14. But UCLA has the ball at this moment. 2nd down and 9. They need a lot to go their way, but I mean, I would like to have some more close games, but we're just kind of blowing teams out right now, which is really surprising me. I mean, I thought, BYU, maybe that was one thing, but like getting up there against Ohio State and that talented team, I thought we'd be in for a fight, but instead we blew them out too. As UCLA, I mean, they're moving the ball a bit as they're right around midfield, but it's 3rd down and 10. It's obviously 4-down territory. They'll take a shot deep, and inside the 10, knocked away by Gordon. 4th down, and stepping up, taking another shot deep, and not enough air on it. Incomplete. And, I mean, my goodness, man, like, I really wouldn't have expected the start that we have had. Lenora Sellers, I mean, you are incredible for what you're doing. As it'll be 4th down, we'll go for it. Why not? I mean, look at the confidence of his team. It's incomplete, so finally we get a bit of a punishment. I mean, it's still 6 minutes to play into the flat. Oh my goodness, it's a pick 6. I just start the parade. Just start the parade, start the confetti. We'll take home a national championship. I mean, the defense was incredible as well. That's the first national title. I mean, we still have to win another 5 to tie, 6 to surpass. So, I mean, I wouldn't say, count it as a success yet, because, Lenora Sellers is going to be gone. I just really couldn't have asked for any better of a start reasonably. I mean, like, the hope was, like, year 3 or 4, you're kind of competing or winning a national title. Like, year 3, you want a couple of years to kind of set your foundation. But we brought in a bunch of transfer portal people, kept Sellers around, and that was all it really took. He had 36 touchdowns to 3 interceptions in the air, and he ran for 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns. And our running backs, 700 apiece for both of them. I mean, dude, what a season. Like, seriously, I couldn't have really asked for any more. 2 double-digit sack guys, 7 picks for Gordon, 4 for the other 2 DBs. We'll have to say goodbye to a couple of those key players, but let's see who we can keep around. As Surratt's going to be somebody we try to keep around. Noah Carter, who was one of our double-digit sack guys. He's an 83 overall, so like he shouldn't be, NFL bound quite yet. I think keeping him for another year. I mean, what I've already realized in this game, because I've mostly done very hands-off, spectate stuff, but now that I'm getting a little more hands-on building things out, I've noticed a couple of things. You see who we got drafted here. All 3 of the DBs and Sellers gets drafted. None in the first round. But I've noticed it's a lot easier to just keep players around. So we end up with the 14th recruiting class, which is an improvement from the 18th last year. Still not ideal, but we're going to get a big boost in points now that we won a national championship and our prestige has gone up a decent amount. We got a lot of things going our way now. But I've really noticed that you can just throw a lot of points at a player who would be NFL bound and keep them around, which in some aspects is cool. I don't know how to feel like the realisticness of it, but I mean, I would not be surprised if we're getting into a world where, I mean, NIL is going to be paying at big schools just as much as some teams' rookie contracts, so maybe you'd be more incentivized to sticking around. We'll kind of see how this unfolds throughout the video. I did end up bringing in Julian Lewis in the transfer portal to play quarterback for us. We're going to have Cage at the backup quarterback spot. He's elite dev. I'm just going to keep letting him develop a little bit before he gets the starting job. And the offensive line, straight 80 pluses across the board. D-line, Noah Carter and Addison are back, so we got the edge duo here. The D-line really is all intact, as this is going to be the secondary, falling down a couple of notches, but like we did re-up in the portal a little bit again. The team is pretty nice. I don't know if it's as good, but it's a pretty nice team. As we'll get into year 3, let's see if we can repeat as champions here. That would be like insane if we go and start getting on our own like a back-to-back or a 3-peat type run that early, so you can see some of the gem prospects. I'm basically only going to show you like the insane players or the gem 5-star, the really cool ones, as like Tevin Irvin here was a pretty cool one, and we're going to get him in as we're now starting to get some 5-stars. Last year and the year before, the first 2 years, we got 1 5-star. Yeah, we're getting some now. Now that we've arrived on the national stage, yeah, we got a couple. There's 3 5-stars, and we're getting a bunch of 4-stars as well. We got another quarterback in, and we're in the SEC title game. We're the #1 team in the country. I really don't understand, like, what this is going so well. We did lose a game to Oklahoma pretty badly in the year, so we didn't go undefeated. Maybe a bit of a step back. Also, we don't have any Heisman candidates, so like, yeah, maybe a slight step back performance-wise. But we're #1 in the country. 11-1, taking on the #2 team in the country at 11-1 Alabama, and Keelan Russell handing it off for a gain of 16. And while Bama is down by 4, they are driving in our territory at the moment. And Russell out in the flats is going to get a completion for just a single yard. 3rd down and 8, set up the screen. Not able to get to the edge. 4th and 6, they will punt it away. So Julian Lewis, what do you got for us here? You got a lot to live up to with a Heisman winning Lenora Sellers, but he's having a good performance right now. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks at the moment. And we'll have McAllister run for a 1st down. Jet pass fake, go out of the backfield, and get another 1st down. Lewis, I like what I'm seeing. We don't fake the jet pass this time. We do go with it, and it loses 3. So Lewis, 2nd and 13. Get it out in the flat to the running back, and it's nothing. 3rd down and 13. 6 minutes to go. Lewis, that's a tight throw, but incomplete. He got his hands on it. I can't really be too mad that he didn't make that catch. Not an easy one to make, as now Alabama takes over, backed up in their own territory. Will they get 13 yards to push them to the 27? Get it out on the screen. Get it for another 5 yards to make a 3rd down and 5. Russell, designed rollout on the run. Got a man, turns upfield, and running into the 40 to the 38-yard line. Right down the sidelines he goes to get Alabama in a good spot where Russell can run. And Russell, good downfield blocking, as he keeps it for 16 more. Russell, good drive, running again, and Russell down to the 4. Goal to go with 3.5 to play. Spin option. Russell hesitated a little bit. I think he could have found the end zone. Instead, he's a yard shy. They go option again. It doesn't work this time. 3rd down and goal. Russell is sacked. 4th and goal, and you gotta go for it. A field goal does you no good. As Russell, will it be? As Bama scrambling, Russell, touchdown! And Alabama takes the lead with just 2 minutes to play. Can we avoid coming up short in year 3? As we'll throw for an open receiver, spinning off a defender too. 40-yard line at the 2-minute warning. Play action. Lewis is going to fire one down the middle. Caught. What a grab in traffic. As a quick hitter. Get him again. 8 more. We can really take our time now from the 24. Handoff is close, and he got the 1st down. McAllister, nice job. Play action. Lewis turns back the other way. Throws on the run. That would have been crazy. What if he hit it? 3rd down and 10. I don't love the screen. It's 4th and 8. Very conservative call to be content taking the field goal. We take some time down, get it to 23 seconds, so we very well could be headed to overtime unless Russell's got a big play in him. Handoff as he shoots through the middle. That's not ideal. That's 16 yards at the 31 as Russell takes a shot over the middle of the field and the crosser. Oh no! Gone! Touchdown! Alabama! Are you kidding me? Defense! With 7 seconds to play! Just let that happen! And then the Hail Mary needing an 83-yard miracle. It's not gonna happen. Are you guys serious? How did you just let them do that to you? And the defense that was top 5 last year, not top 5 this year, not the same. Lewis did his job. I was really happy with what Julian Lewis was able to do for us. We'll still be headed to the playoffs, but no SEC title. We get the 3 seeds, so still a first-round bye, but Bama takes that 1 spot, and we get no All-Americans either, so that's not good. No All-Americans. No top defense, no SEC title, so definitely a step back, but we could still go on a run here. I mean, we got the first round bye. We're taking on Boise State in the second round of the playoffs. It's not all doom and gloom for year 3. We could still win a national title. Just need to shake off that SEC title heartbreak and keep it moving. We're up by 12 right now on Boise State. Lewis with the run, and Lewis has got another 35-yard line. He's got 97 rushing yards. Pretty cool. Now we'll find a man over the middle. Gets through the defense and all the way to the 7. Gain of 28 as Lewis, quick slant, touchdown. We'll take a 3-score lead. Yeah, that is Jerome Bettis Jr. on the receiving touchdown. Yeah, that's awesome, too. That's really cool. So we'll have a 33-14 lead as rolling into a sack. And they are backed up 3rd and 19. They just run it. I don't love that. They also punt it. I also don't love that when you're down by this much. With 7 minutes to play, Lewis takes a shot deep, incomplete. 3rd down and 12. I mean, if Boise's going to have a chance, they need to stop. They do get it, and they don't lose a whole lot of time, but you got just under 7 to play, and you need to score what could be 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and a field goal, or even more than that. We'll jump ahead here after a couple of minutes to see them get inside the 10-yard line. As at the 3-minute mark, Boise will score a touchdown. At least it's something to give them a chance here, as they will not to go for 2. They'll be, just set on the 3 touchdowns, I suppose, but we'll recover the onside kick, jump ahead, 2nd down handoff, and we'll get a couple of yards, make it 3rd down and 7. As the throw for Lewis is caught for the 1st down. Boise running down timeouts. How about another one? We'll get out of bounds, so we'll give them a clock stoppage, but still, getting another 1st down. Boise does get a little bit of stuff on their side with some injury timeouts and everything, but we'll run it down to about 2 minutes to play. Boot through a field goal, make it now a full 2-touchdown game with 1 two-point conversion being what they need. Boise will get a big play to the 46-yard line. We jump to 4th and 9, just kind of like the do-or-die plays and the do-or-die scenarios here, as there's still, I'd say, a 0.1% chance is the designed rollout, throwing, outside, caught in the red zone, 50 seconds to go, jump to another 4th down, where he's going to find the end zone. Yes, he will. Touchdown, Boise. Onside kick is picked up by South Carolina. So the final score looks, it's a 1-score game at the end, but it was a little bit more of a comfortable win for South Carolina than the final score may indicate. It means we are once again at the semifinals. Despite not winning the SEC title and having the same level of accolades and things we could tally off of our checklist, we still have a chance to get a big one, which the national championships are obviously the biggest, most important things to get. As we'll throw outside here, we are down 26-14, but we're in the red zone as Lewis will have another short pass. Loses yards this time, but Lewis has played another clean game for the most part, as he'll step up and run. He's got the 1st, he'll slide at the 5, as with 7 to go, handoff, tackled at the 3, 3rd and goal, Lewis quick, and touchdown! It was well executed, and it makes it, most importantly, a 1-score game, and we turn to the defense, 6.5 to play. USC's already kind of gone through the hard way here, as they were 9-3, were a 10 seed, and has somehow made it to the semifinals in a nice run. We'll get him another 1st down. Look at Jonas Williams, man. He's got 191 rushing yards on 10 carries. What in the world is going on with our run defense? As they'll scramble through the middle of their in option. 200 rushing yards for their quarterback. This is disgusting. Williams underneath is going to get another 9 on the play. 4:20 to go. Williams scrambling. Just spy the dude. Do something, man. We'll get a handoff on the draw. At least we can stop the running back, but we can't stop the quarterback on the ground. 3.5 to go. Needing the stop. We will get it. 4th and 3. They kick the field goal. Okay, that makes it a 8-point game, meaning we now just have to score a touchdown or 2-point conversion, potentially take this game to overtime. And I do trust the offense. I just worry about the defense and how we've been playing in this these big games. A lot allowed to Alabama, and then Boise was allowed to chip away. And even though the score was close at the end. I felt like we were the better team by more than 8 points, as that ball could have been, maybe should have been picked. It's 4th down and 6, and Lewis, with time, finds a man, but he's short of the line. That's good downfield coverage by USC, and that could be game. They get a first down, it's most certainly over. We need to hold them out of field goal range too. 3rd down and 8. Nice job. 4th and 8. They'll kick it. It's a long kick, but it's no good. I thought it was looking like it was going to go through for a moment, but we now have an opportunity. 60 yards away in 90 seconds. As Lewis, first down, 14 yards, hurry back to the line. I know we're out of timeouts, but only 46 yards to go, and getting even closer here. Make it 9 more. I mean, we don't need to do anything drastic. Just avoid the big mistake plays. We can take our time a little bit. Another 16 yards. Lewis is over 300 on the game. 22 yards out. Throwing. Oh, it's almost caught inside the 5. 2nd and 10. Lewis, drag route. Got room to run. Inside the 10. Down to the 8, a gain of 14. Goal to go is Lewis. Got a man coming across the field. It's a touchdown. And we now need a 2-point conversion to maybe send this to overtime with 37 seconds to play. It can all be for nothing, though, if we don't get the 2. And Lewis in the shotgun with a running back next to him. He'll go hand off, and he doesn't have it. I don't love the run. Onside kick is picked up by USC, and we're going to lose the game. Lewis throws for 325 and 4 touchdowns. The run game not doing too much. I don't like that a struggling run game was given the opportunity to get that 2-point conversion when Lewis was playing some pretty decent football. 32 touchdowns, 5 picks, 4,000 yards, but ultimately we come up short. About 19 rushing touchdown for McAllister and a 1,300-yard receiving season on offense. So, like, we had a really good production on the offensive side. I do think the defense, though, was very clearly a step behind. We just got to improve upon that. We send a couple of players of the NFL. How about 3 first-rounders? And we are up to the #1 recruiting class. We got 8 5-stars, and we only got 25 total players, but we got, we're prioritizing the quality over the quantity. It's not good to get 35 players every single year. You're going to have to cut players if you do that. So I always shoot for, like, roughly like 30-ish, 25 to 30 to try to, keep things pretty level. We got some elite dev here. How about an elite dev gem edge rusher, elite dev, another 5-star, though. That's awesome. D'Angelo Gage at quarterback actually takes a pretty nice jump, a +6. He's still going to be the backup for another year, then he's going to start. But, Julian Lewis still has another year, and he's still really good. We have 2 receivers that are up there. 91 overall, Jerome Bettis Jr., 91, which is awesome. The offensive line is a little bit better. We went from kind of low to mid 80s to now mid to high 80s. Got some depth on the right side. Edge rushers, we still have Addison here. Interior D-line is fine. Linebacking core is definitely the weak spot, but that's okay. As the cornerback room, we're trying to re-up a little bit from what we had 2 years ago. Rawls, our first 5-star, still starting at safety. Overall, nice team. I would say slightly better than last year's team, but still maybe not as good as the year 2 team, maybe. Like, the year 2 team performance-wise was just amazing, but, like, I don't know. It was just something about them was really good. We have a nice receiver here, Geo Teague, 5-star gem receiver, and we're definitely going to be all over that one. So you can see now that we've gotten into the rhythm here, we've gotten a little bit more points under our belt. The 5-stars are flowing in, and they're wanting to come here. It no longer takes like 300 to 400 to get them. Geo Teague, among others, is coming in, and it's only taken, in the 200s to get them. #1 seed again, taking on Oklahoma in the SEC title game, looking for our second SEC title. We kick off the 4th quarter with a field goal from Oklahoma. Good through the uprights, 27-16, as Julian Lewis is trying to come out here and surpass what he did last year. I was really Overall happy with his performance last season, but obviously didn't live up to the Lenora Sellers hype, but that's kind of hard to do. Oklahoma, nice job for their defense to get off the field pretty quickly, as they are going to have a completion here. So after the punt, they got set up with nice field position, got a completion already in South Carolina territory, but pushed them right back out with a sack. Play action now, as they'll find a receiver. That's a great throw. Tight window. Got the grab. Got the first down. Dunked themselves out of a bad situation. And now finding themselves in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. In a one-score game. 2-point conversion on its way, though, to make it a field goal game. That's no good. So we'll keep it a 5-point touchdown game, as a throw up the sidelines is going to be caught for the first down. 7 minutes to play. Handoff as the running game. I want to see that get a little bit better this season from the running backs. I know this offense can do with letting the quarterback run at its best with Lenoris. I want to see the running backs start to perform, though. I want to see them get 1,000 yards rushing and not just rack up touchdowns only. We need to see some real production here from these guys. A second down and 8 hits with 5 minutes to go. Swing it outside, and they'll lose 3. Lewis, though, at 300 yards and 3 touchdowns as he'll throw. Outside, diving grab! Short by a couple of inches, and we'll go for it. It's a bold call, but it works out! 19 yards, down to the 2. Lewis option. Just stonewalled at the 3, though. Second and goal. As they go a little end around, trying to trick the defense. I don't know if that was a good idea. Third down and goal. Slant. Not going to be close enough for them to want to go for it. Ultimately, I'm okay with all how that went. We made them use timeouts. We made it an 8-point game. We made it difficult for them. They need a touchdown or 2-point conversion. Similar situation to what we were in last year against USC. They get a little bit more time, though, with 2:30 to go. There's a run. It's going to get him into South Carolina territory. He's got 13 yards a carry. We're going to see that yards per carry go down now, though, with a tackle for just 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Finds a receiver open underneath the sticks, but he runs through for 23. Red zone for the Sooners. He'll take a shot outside. It's a jump ball and caught at the 2. And goal to go now for a chance to tie. Open man, touchdown. And, well, the issue here is I can't control what the other team does. What are you doing, computer? What do you mean extra points? Okay, man, I don't know how to, I don't know what to do about that, man. I mean, it works to our benefit. We're going to win the game. But that's silly. That's something that was an issue in last year's game. That needs to be addressed. I don't care what the CPU aggressiveness is for any given computer. It should always make them go for it in that situation. But hey, we'll take our second SEC championship. No issues with that on our end. Anthony Addison has had a really nice career. I mean, now he goes from All-American, and that was 2 seasons ago. Now he wins an award, but he doesn't make All-American this year despite winning an award. I don't understand, but we'll take the award, even though that doesn't really count for much right now. We're in a playoff game now, obviously, with winning the SEC title as the 1 seed. We keep that 1 seed. We get that first round bye. We're taking on another SEC opponent. Ole Miss is up 9-6. I don't know what's happened with the offense today, but it's not doing too hot, as Lewis has got just 200 yards on the day. No touchdowns for either side right now. So I can't blame the defense this time. I can definitely blame the offense, though, if they don't get something going. Just 2 yards a carry for Howard, our running back. Lewis on the keeper. Fumbles the football. And we recover, but it's 4th and 2. We're going to go for it. Quick throw in the flats. Got the tight end and a first down. Huge, but Lewis has 2 interceptions as well. It's been his worst big game so far. Lewis, deep ball, and it's underthrown a little, tipped and intercepted. Make it 3 picks now. And he has now thrown more interceptions than we have scoring drives. That is brutal. I mean, it's not like Ole Miss's quarterback is doing a whole lot better. He's got just 100 yards, but I guess he doesn't have 3 interceptions on his resume right now, so just by nature of not making any major mistakes, he is having his team up by 3. 2nd down and 8 as they'll throw with time. Find a man over the middle. Breaks a tackle. Gone. 61 yards. And the first touchdown of the game goes to the Rebels. 10-point deficit now, and Lewis has got to get something moving. You don't want to end your career on a sour note. I think a career that, replacing Sellers was going to be hard, but I think we've done it pretty adequately. Lewis has been pretty solid, and this game has just been the worst part of his career so far, and it might be his last part. As fourth down, it's knocked away. And Ole Miss takes over in the red zone. And this might be how our season ends, a one and done after a 13-0 SEC title. I didn't want to get too excited after that national title in year 2 because I knew things could always be a little rough, when you're leaving it into the hands of, the game to do what the game does. You can build, like I said, the most talented team in the world. It may not matter, though, if your team doesn't execute, if your players don't do what you expect them to do. And now, with another fourth down try, Lewis finds a man. That's a nice one. I mean, it's still a 2-score game. I can't count them out totally. 4 minutes to go, just under that, with all of our timeouts. Got to get into the hurry up, though. That's definitely the important part here is Lewis in Rebel territory. That's caught again. All right, first down. Got to find the end zone maybe in the next minute, I'd say. Lewis steps up, runs, and he's not going to get a first. He'll just dive down for 4, at least keep the ball safe, but lose a little bit of time. As Lewis in contested coverage, it's incomplete. Third down. Field goal does us no good, and it's swatted at the line. 4th and 6, Lewis. They send the heat, and it's outside, and it's caught. All right, we keep it alive a little bit longer. 2:40 to go, and the handoff. The run game's not doing us any good. 3rd down and 5. Lewis, it's swatted at the line again. 4th and 5. Probably your game. Here he's hit it incomplete. And I'd say just cumulatively, the offensive line wasn't good, and the run game wasn't good. As Ole Miss gets a first down, and that is going to get it done. We get kind of just devastated offensively. 0 touchdowns, 3 picks, but a run game that has been pretty consistently underperforming in the big games. That's where we got to eye some sort of improvement. The run game needs to be better. That's going to be where we shoot for. Lewis had a pretty solid season again. The run game, 4.8 a carry, 900 yards. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just not good. Carter was awesome. Bettis was a 1,000-yard receiver. Addison, double-digit sacks. Another double-digit sack. We have a lot of good performances from a lot of players, but, the run game just hasn't done it for us. So Lewis goes in the second round. We get another 2 first-rounders, Bettis being one of them. And we see what we're able to reel in from the transfer portal, as we're at the point now where, things start becoming, completely our team, completely, ours to manage here, as there's not a lot of real players left. South Carolina, though, 12 5-stars, #1 class, and I think we're going to start to get on a run here of #1 overall classes. I've kind of found the groove a little bit, and gotten enough points to be able to throw some at players now. Yeah, we got a lot of good ones here. Here are the 5 stars. I mean, one of them that I'm really excited for, Geo Teague. We also got, a running back, which we needed. A lot of linebackers, edge, D-tackle. I mean, the defense should be rolling. How about D'Angelo Gage now? He was in our first recruiting class. Elite dev quarterback is now going to be starting for us. We'll have another year of Howard and Fowler at running back, but they're a little bit better, and I'm really hoping the offensive line could take a leap up as well. I mean, 84 overall tackle, but with the boosts and everything. The line overall-wise, compared to last year, I'd say is probably on average about the same. Just a matter of the performance, though. And the defense. I mean, it stinks to lose Addison and a couple of these other players that have been here for a while, but the linebacking core took a big leap up. That was a weakness last year. Now it's kind of a bit of a strength. Rawls and the other safety are pretty nice. I think this team is, again, deeper, but not as top-heavy. I think this is a deeper team, but just not as many high-end players as we've had in the last year or two. So we'll see if the deeper team is better, and we'll see if those weaknesses that we had now can become strengths for us. But we have some pretty good recruits here. Look at this. Tobias Hood, 87 speed, 85 excel off the edge. And this dude, Enrique Wade, 99 speed running back. Yeah, I'm going to throw everything at him. How about Cole Gideon, 98 speed gem receiver. Both of these guys, gem, 98, 99 speed. And then we got Cameron Speed, a cornerback. We threw a bag at Wade, we threw a bag at Gideon, and we also got Montrell Horner, who was like a 93 speed quarterback. This class could be the class, the one that like brings this team to the next level, because all those super fast 5-star guys, yeah, we got Wade, we got Gideon, we got Horner, and we got a dude literally named Speed. Let's go into the SEC title game against Ole Miss, as we got knocked out by them in the playoffs last year. This time we meet them in the SEC title game. We didn't go 12-0. We went 11-1, 2 seed. But I do think there was some good signs here from this team as a whole. I mean, Gage was pretty nice for us, and the defense was significantly better, I feel. I think upping the linebackers really did help us, and having the development across the secondary was really helpful. Even if the edge room isn't as prolific, I hope they could produce just as much as a guy like Addison did. We're up 21-10 right now. Ole Miss has the ball, though, right around midfield. They will throw as a fire to a post, and he got it right in front of not only the man coverage, but the safety couldn't crash down in time. Then a quick slant gets him another first, and very quickly Ole Miss is about to make this a one-score game, but can it be via a touchdown? He's down at the 1, close. Not going to get in. I mean, he's about a half-yard away, and they'll punch it in with the round game. As it'll be now a 2-point try. No, they won't go for 2. That's interesting. They don't care to make it a field goal game. Again, feel like they should be going for 2, but we'll take it regardless. And the run game is getting a first, and that's a lot better. You see there, 9 carries, 76 yards. The big game run offense needed to be better if we're going to go and compete for a national championship, and it is better here, at least in the SEC title game. Another first down on the ground as Gage is throwing and finds a man on the hitch, and it'll be another 8 yards. Sweep it on the ground. Backup running back reaching. He got it. All right, the backup back doing his thing too. Cage on the read option. He's not really the most ideal runner. He's more just a drop back passer. It would fit this offense a lot to have a better runner, but yeah, you got to work what you have. You get a pocket passer, gem quarterback who's elite dev. Yeah, he's the one who's going to be here for us. We do have Montel Horner coming in, though, who could be exciting. We do get eventually stop a boot through a long kick through for a 7-point lead, as they'll go in the flats. And Ole Miss got a first down. Nice way to start their drive with 15 yards. 3:43 to go. Play action. Hit in a man, and we need some help out there. Our cornerback on that left side's kind of getting torched a bit. That's the third big play he's allowed, as their run game also 100 yards on the ground. And they'll roll off play action. He's got enough speed to at least get some positive yards. 3. And with 3 minutes to go, they go back to that same RPO at the tight end in the flat. They got another first down. It's not like they're doing anything super diverse here. We got to be a little bit more ready for this, as they're inside the 10 now. I do not want to lose to this team again. Ole Miss in the flats. They're doing it to the tight end, and it's like the 3rd time. It's a touchdown now. This game's about to be tied up, and it'll be 24-24 with 2 to go. Please get on a nice game-winning drive. I do not want to have Ole Miss just be a pain. Every video I've made in this game this year, Ole Miss has been just a nuisance. They're a nuisance. They succeed too much. 3rd and inches. As Gage throwing complete. It's 4th and inches, and we got to punt it away. And with a minute and a half to go, it doesn't feel like they're going to take it to overtime. 2nd down and 2. Take a shot deep. No, he's got a stab, and he's got it to the 23. And now, I mean, I think that's probably better for us. Just let him get the touchdown at this point. Give ourselves a chance. And there's a touchdown. Oh, my God, man. These stupid Rebels, man. Ole Miss fans are having a good time, at least. Gage, show us you can be a legend. An 81-yard drive with a minute is what you need, and we've already gotten 1 chunk play. How about 2 chunk plays in the Rebel territory? 47-yard line and a short completion for just 3. We held 1 timeout. We didn't burn it. So step up, find a man, and just enough for the first down by maybe like a yard. 36 seconds, 36-yard line. Find a man down the seam, and he got it. to the 13. 30 seconds to go. Float outside. There's a flag down. I think that's pass interference. That's an inadvertent one because the defender didn't even, like, he was covering somebody else, but we'll take it at the 1 yard line. Or at the 2, they mark it down. Gage scrambling in. Touchdown. And we're not going for 2. We'll send it to overtime. We managed to pull off the game-tying drive. Now, can we take out Ole Miss, win another SEC title here? We'll have it first. Rebels, send everybody, and we beat the Blitz for 19. 300 yards for Gage, running to the 5. Gain of 3, 3rd and goal. Drop back in with a little stick route setup. Got it. Touchdown, and now can we just finish it here? Ole Miss got 7 yards as now it's 2nd and 3, and the Rebels running into your own lineman's gonna lose you a yard. 3rd and 4. We said, hey, we do not get home, and they got the first. Just had a nice blitz beater, and then into the end zone, he was open. Touchdown. We're headed to double overtime, and Ole Miss will get it first. First play is an incompletion. 2nd and 10. As we'll send 4, get an interception! He tried to throw it short. We got the ball back, and we just need anything. Anything goes. Do not do anything stupid. I wouldn't be mad if you just kneeled it here and just took a field goal. As we'll make sure we get into the end zone. Touchdown! That's our SEC title and a little bit of revenge for the last year playoff game. A victory and our 3rd SEC championship. Still have another 6 we need, but we're off to, I think, a pretty nice start in this first, chunk of years here. We'll get some All-Americans on the board as well. How about Alec Isaacs at cornerback? And on the second team, we got actually just a single All-American. But we do have a top 5 defense. We have the number 1 scoring defense and the number 2 yards allowed defense. So the defense was doing its thing. And we head into the second round of the playoffs where we got that first round bye, of course. Number 1 seed and taking on an 11-win Kansas State team. We're up 21-17 in Kansas State. On defense right now is Gage. Has 2 touchdowns, no picks. Trying to get a 3rd one on the board, and there's a completion there for a gain of the 29. Jet pass. The jet passes have not really been successful in the couple of times we've tried them. They'll go handoff, and the run game will get us 3. It's doing, again, fine for the big game. 9 carries, 60 yards. I'm satisfied with that as that ball broken up at the line. And we could have had a first if he reeled it in. Did not do it. We'll take a field goal. And it's no good. We missed a 39-yard field goal. And now it's Kansas State ball. I feel like field goals have been automatic in this game. The fact that we just missed a 39-yarder is concerning. 3rd and 13. That should have been a pick. We at least get a 3 and out, but we're all the way backed up here now at our own 20. Bubble gets us 10. Got 6 minutes to go as we kind of do need to at least get a field goal on the drive. And I think we're going to get more than that. It's going to go all the way to the 26. Gain of 44 on the run. And I really thought he was going to go all the way. I really thought he was going to have enough speed. Right now the blocking is great. We'll find a man short. Make it 3rd down and 3. Stacks on the right. Direct snap in the run. Got the first. We're in 4 minutes to play. And the handoff, no, he pulls and throws. For another 10, it's goal to go. Can we find it? He's reaching, he's in. Touchdown, South Carolina, the 2-score lead. Make it an 11-point game with 3.5 to go. And things now are looking real good for us as K-State got a first, but we just need to make sure they don't do anything crazy here. No big plays, just tackle them in bounds as much as possible. Make them take as much time as they can. As another short pass gets the first down, they're kind of moving it, like even though they're not hitting big plays, they're moving it relatively fast as he's not going to get a first there. 2:28 to go. third and inches as he'll bail and get rid of it, avoids the sack. Fourth and inches. They will try the field goal now. It's bold since it's a long kick, but he drills it. They just now need a stop, a touchdown, 2-point conversion. You have the 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. There's timeout number 1 after a loss of 2. They send the blitz. It gets home, and now they're potentially looking at good field position here on the punt as we do get the sack yards back, and we'll get it to 4th and 8. We'll punt it. They'll get it at the 32, so not too bad, but hey, defense, they got no timeouts, a minute and a half. Can we not allow this to go to overtime as well? It's 3rd down and 4, though. 38-yard line. He'll try to run. He got through. 1st down and met at the 50. As he'll throw now, under 60 seconds to play. And a pass in double coverage, knocked down. 2nd and inches. Screen set up, knocked away. Good screen defense on the running back. 3rd and 10. He'll take one outside. He's got it with room to run. And 28 yards. 40 seconds to go. As he'll step up and throw one outside. Incomplete. Got rid of it. 3rd and 10. 36 seconds. And a flag is down. Got him in on the cross. But a flag. And I think that's on us. They're going to have it at the 5. Maybe even closer. They call it roughing the passer. Put the ball at the 3. 30 seconds to go. We send Morhe. He'll run. He's got it. Touchdown, but now the 2-point conversion. They will attempt. They will direct stop and get directly stopped. And the onside kick is far, and it is ours. That was a close one, but we got through. And we'll head to the semifinals, where we will now have another chance to head to a national championship. And well, this semifinals game against Boise State, not going to be a close one. 31-13, and Boise only scored a touchdown at the end of the game to make it a little bit closer. This was pretty much a blowout. We're quickly on to the national title game. A chance for championship number 2. Things are looking great right now against number 2 Utah. We may take a sack, but we're up by 17 right now. And as long as we don't do anything silly, we, I think, are going to get this second championship. 3rd down and 23. I guess we're just playing for a field goal, and that's a really good job. We actually got 16. And we'll kick a field goal. It's going to be a 20-point game. Because it is the national championship, I'll at least give Utah a little bit of a runway here to try to pull something off. But, I mean, up by 20, their quarterback's got just under 100 yards and 3 picks as he'll finally hit the triple digits. But, I mean, it took him till there's 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And this, arguably best defense in the nation having themselves a day here. As Utah in the red zone now, looking to finally find the end zone again. Goal to go from the 3, as the Utes are going to find the end zone to make it a 2-score game. They still need a lot, though, as they will not go for an onside with 5 to go. And Gage will be able to throw outside, 1st down. And at this point, you're in that 4-minute offense, run the clock, play it safe. Gage short, got a completion, and he runs through for a 1st. We're now under 4 to play. 2nd and 3, draw, lot of room, and a 1st. Hey, now push it to about 3:18. Another run, another 1st, and this was, I think, the missing piece. Just a run game that actually is able to thrive. Dig screen, got a lot of room, and no one's gonna touch him. Touchdown, South Carolina. And to put what I believe to be the dagger in this one, 2-point conversion, we try it. It's no good. Would have made it a 21-point game. I'm not sweating it, though, as Utah is going to have an incompletion. 3rd down turns to 4th down. And one last try. It's incomplete. And how about for good measure, we run up to score a little bit more. Rush to the edge. Got another touchdown. And that'll do it. A national championship on the board, number 2. And we had a good performance from Gage. The rushing attack from the backup running back was really nice. And we put together what was maybe the best defense in the country this year. 3 interceptions for our guys. And we'll have another year of Gage, it looks like, at quarterback too, before we get into, some really exciting stuff, because we're going to have a bunch of fast players coming in. Gage, I mean, statistically wasn't like crazy with the completion percentage. He threw a couple more picks. So like the numbers on paper are nothing off the charts, nothing insane, but like he, steadied the ship, and, he made some nice plays for us. Like ultimately couldn't ask for too much more. Running game still at, the 4.5 yards per carry. I'd like it to be better. But, we got the job done. Almost 3 1,000-yard receivers, and the sack production definitely took a hit this year, 9.5 being the most. But how about Alex Isaacs? 7 interceptions. He was awesome for us. And with the 2 national championships, I haven't showed you what I've been doing with the coach points. I've been saving them because I have put them all now into the CEO stuff because, yeah, we are definitely going to load up on that tree and burn our points there. We get a lot of players drafted, and South Carolina with yet another #1 recruiting class. That's 3 in a row, and we got the number of incredible players. Like, it genuinely might go down as the most fun class. Maybe not the most quantity of 5 stars or just straight up the best, but I mean, like, Montrell Horner is going to be fun. We got 2 guys named Tuggle, Broderick and Nigel Tuggle. Maybe they're brothers. I don't know. But Horner, you can see his 92 speed and a cannon arm, and then Giddy, a 98 speed receiver, and Enrique Wade, a 99 speed running back, and then Hood, a gem 5-star edge rusher. Gage goes up pretty decently. You won't be seeing that like top tier number of guys like for the freshmen. You're not going to see many of them this year, but you're going to see Geo Teague now, +8 for Geo Teague. And he was a former gem 5-star receiver. Like, I really do want to key in on some of like the great players that we get throughout this video as we start to get them now that like all of the real life players are gone. These are all just prospects that we have recruited and gotten from the portal. How about a 92 overall linebacker? Still having Alex Isaac after his 7-pick season. And here's Enrique Wade, elite dev, 99 speed, 95 agility. He's got, pretty decent stats elsewhere. He still needs to develop them. But Cole Gideon, 98 speed, 86 catching, 84 deep route running, 95 agility, 90. Oh my goodness, change of direction of Montel Horner. He's star, but dude, 96 throw power at quarterback, 92 speed, and he's a big dude. Like, he is not a frail quarterback. He's a bit bigger of a player. That is going to be absurd. Like, I am considering even just straight up starting him next year if he takes a couple of overall bumps and we could just start him as a freshman, because that's going to be ridiculous to get him out there. And we're loading up on more 5 stars, and things are really starting to take off now because the classes are getting better. The team is getting better. We got a national championship last year. We're defending it this year, and we are the #1 team. Gage, they played a little bit better, and we are 12-0. And once again, we're starting off an SEC championship with an Oklahoma field goal. This time, though, it makes it a 24-24 tie game as Gage, first play we watch, he's taking a shot deep, and it's incomplete. The thing with these receivers, there's some really talented ones like Geo Teague, but Teague is 5'7", and there are like a number of really nice receivers that are just really short. I don't care that he's 5'7", though. I want to see these receivers with the ball because we got a lot of talented ones. Gage checks it down, and he'll get 5 yards. Gage got 3 touchdowns, no picks. Not a lot of yards, but he's doing his thing, especially finding the running back out of the backfield again. Just playing it smart, playing it safe, not doing anything stupid. Is Gage play action? He'll throw one right down the middle and caught for the first to the 29. Play action, Gage. I mean, he's got a quick release. I think Gage, like, already looks tangibly a lot better as he'll just find one quick again. I mean, it's also a lot easier when you have talented receivers that are getting open quickly, but he's being a lot more decisive as he'll find a man, no swatted at the line. 4th and 1, we'll try a field goal. I know it's to take the lead, so I can't be too mad that we're not going for it, but man, 4th and 1, it was right there, and I trust our offense, especially with the way Gage is moving right now, as Oklahoma's got 6.5 to go. Try to tie this game, and look at the stop at the line of scrimmage. He loses about a yard. 3rd and a long one. I'd say, maybe even closer to 2 yards. Doesn't matter. He's got it anyway, averaging just over 7 yards a carry. They go read option. QB keeper met for 5, 3rd down and 3. As making an adjustment, he'll go play action. Got a free rusher, just swatted at the line. That is an incredible play. I mean, you knew you were going to get the sack, just timed it well. And then look at that throw from Gage. I mean, dude, Gage, I mean, he didn't catch it, but, like, the throw was nice. Like, I feel like Gage is playing so good. It's almost kind of disappointing that, like, this is it for him. This is his final year. But, I mean, hey, we ended up from year one getting a really nice quarterback to develop throughout the time. And look at him dropping this one in the bucket almost. Just a little bit further, and that would have been a catch. As 3rd down and 7, he gets the first anyway. And Gage is just rolling. Quick throw. Got another one. I mean, this is just good stuff right here. 2nd down and 3. Handoff. He'll get a nice push from the line. 1st down. As we'll move ahead to 3.5 to play. And the line just pancaking and bulldozing. Give us 20 plus on that one. 3 to go. And an end zone shot could be the final dagger for Oklahoma. If they can't hold us out, it might be another SEC title. There it is. Touchdown. 10-point game with 3 to go. I mean, not done yet, but the way we are playing, I mean, man, it's going to be hard to stop us on offense. And the defense is doing its thing as well. Oklahoma is also down a timeout. They used one on the last drive, as now a 2-minute warning is approaching. 40-yard line. He's reaching. He's got the 1st down, but they're now down to 1.5 minutes as we jump ahead to 3rd and 4. Got a hand who can't hang on. 4th and 4. Your game on the line here. Got the 1st. But, like, they're in an onside kick territory at this point. They're down to now 1 timeout. Got a man for another 1st. I mean, yeah, I think we've played this pretty well on defense to where now if we just recover an onside kick, we're all good. I mean, maybe Oklahoma, as soon as they got into field goal range, could have considered a field goal, but they go for the touchdown first. They are 3rd and goal at the 4. 40 seconds to go. They've taken so much time. Hits, incomplete, 4th and goal, and only then, I think at that point, you got to go for the touchdown and just commit. But, man, as the onside kick is through, it's picked up, and we'll take home another SEC championship. As that is number 4, Gage. Awesome game from him. I think he made some really nice throws and spreading the ball around. Everybody got involved. 4 or 5 catches for a number of players. We get to see the All-Americans for this year. A running back making the 2nd team. Also edge, D-tackle, linebacker, safety, and kicker. Kickers too. That's awesome. How about the 2nd round matchup after a 1st round bye? We take out Indiana, 48-23 Indiana. Once again, it was one of those games where it was a runaway and Indiana just scored a little bit at the end. You know, if it's a blowout, that's fine. I'll maybe show you some highlights because I did watch all the games. But, I mean, dude, we're just steamrolling. 41-22. And it's not even like these were like high-scoring 4th quarters for us. These are games where we had, you know, 30-point leads and we just kind of coasted and let them score, you know, a touchdown or 2. We're on to the national championship very quickly. Like, we are rolling 20-10 against Memphis, 14-1, number 3 in the country, Memphis. And yeah, Gage, how about another 2 touchdowns, 300 yards on the game, no turnovers yet, and just finding every open receiver. Having a quick, decisive quarterback like this with all these talented receivers, you could just see what it's doing to the passing game and the offensive line when you need a couple extra seconds. Well, there you go. Nice blocking, nice setup, nice everything. Like, this is, I think, so far, the best of the teams that we have built. Though we did get away with potentially almost throwing a pick there. 3rd down and 8. Gage, open man, you can't blitz him. Got it all the way. Touchdown. And a 3-score lead in the national title game. Memphis, you're hanging on by a thread at this point. 7 to go. And they'll get a 1st down run into South Carolina territory at the 39. You could feasibly settle for a field goal here to cut it back down to a 2-score game, but I think you're going to just need straight-up touchdowns to keep up. This is implying that we won't score the rest of the way if we get the ball back, especially if they're going to need an onside kick. Yeah, I think you go for a touchdown here. It's goal to go. Handoff, got an open lane, and he's in. That's a nice drive from Memphis, but is it too little too late? They need their defense to come up with a big, big stop, and we'll have a kick return as fielded right at about the 1 or 2 yard line, straight through the middle, breaks free, and he's past midfield, just out at the 48. And even the special teams is helping us out. Gage is going to keep it. Gage! I mean, he's got a little bit of mobility. Like, you wouldn't call him a scrambler, but you can move a bit, especially when you give him nice blocking, and then around the corner, a nice run. Yeah, Memphis, you need to hold to a field goal or it's all over. And I don't think it's going to be held. Oh my goodness, they put him on the dirt. Touchdown! South Carolina just rolling in every way imaginable. Everything's looking great. 4th and 2 from Memphis. And stopped! He just didn't get it, man! Everything is going our way. How about in the flats? And another one! You can't stop us right now. This is incredible. As this is also kind of goofy here. For no reason, we kick a field goal at the buzzer. And you know, they punished us for this one. You know why? Because for some reason, they booted through the field goal, clock expires, we win it 44-17, and you know what they said? Hey, for your bad sportsmanship, you're not getting a celebration here. They straight up aren't going to give us a celebration. Look, we just immediately get taken to the... No celebration for you! But don't worry, we've celebrated before, and I think we'll celebrate again before this video is done. As, yeah, I mean, Gage is just awesome. Also, GOT, 144 and a touchdown. What a game. And I'm almost kind of, like, just disappointed to see Gage go. Look at the improvement, though. The yards per attempt went up. Completion percentage 62 is fine. Just really good stuff, though, from Gage. And, I mean, look at the big games that he played. It's just good stuff all around. So it's going to stink to see him go, but, you know, between him and Lenore Sellers, that's, you know, 2 really successful quarterbacks. Look at the yards per carry there. That's what we wanted to see, a full yard better than last year. And GOT with 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 1 yard shy for a third receiver. Almost had 3 1,000 yards. Yeah, guys, again, really, like, that's just, he was 1 yard off. But now we get to see what the next iteration looks like, because I do think, like I said, this was the best version of this team so far, but we got a lot of time left. D-tackle, look at Zach Boss here. I mean, like, again, like, I want to showcase some of the more, like, interesting careers that you know, take place, and guys who stop here for a year, or guys who are here for 3 to 4 years. So Gage goes in the 2nd round. We had a couple of 1st rounders as well, a lot of draft picks. I don't think the draft pick stuff is really going to worry me. I think we're going to get plenty of guys going to the NFL. Another #1 class. That's 4 in a row. 11 5-stars. And, like, it's not even like we're overspending. We're spending among the top, but we're not, you know, like, blowing 4,000 to 5,000 points. Like, we're doing it pretty good here. So we got a kicker and a punter, of course, because we need to re-up on those positions, you know, every couple of years. Now, one thing that did happen, Gideon did hit the portal because of playing time, and then what I was able to do, because so many receivers, like, left, I was able to get Gideon back. So you're gonna see Gideon here again, which is kind of funny. I lost him for a moment, but I got him back. I was not going to let him go, so he's back on the team. This is a situation where I don't care what the overall says. I know Tyree, our senior quarterback, could be a 1-year solid player. I want Montel Horner to play. I mean, I want Montel Horner, 6'5" with a cannon arm and speed. Enrique Wade, speaking of speed, +7 for Enrique Wade. Yeah, man, this dude's gonna be crazy. 99 speed, got a +7. The only unfortunate thing is he did play enough in his freshman season to not get redshirted, so like that's unfortunate. But Gideon's still got to wait a little bit for his turn, because we still have GOT and company here, Irvin as well. Like, this is a stacked receiving core. But I know that Montel Horner is lower, and if I just wanted to maximize things, of course I would just start the highest overall at every position, but that's not the fun way of doing things, and that's always not the optimal way. I mean, just because someone's a higher overall doesn't mean they fit you as good. I think Montel Horner fits what we want to do here. You've seen what, like I said, what Lenora Sellers did when we allowed our quarterback to be a dual threat and run. There's a lot of applications for this offense to make it happen. And Montel Horner is a special athlete. So as a freshman, we're going to start him. and I have no real like issues about it. You can also take a look at Gabriel Truman. I mean, I put a lot of hype on Gio Teague, but Truman's also here at like a 90 overall with boosts as well. Like, we have just so many talented players. We got like a full page of 90 overalls now. We're at that point. As Gio Teague, 5'7", does not matter. He is a demon. 98 release, route running, agility. Oh my god. He might be 5'7", but he is like reincarnation of like Antonio Brown route running. So we're going to be fine there. And then, yeah, Jamison Tyree, I know you're a 91 overall quarterback. Salute to you. You're not going to be playing because Montel Horner is going to be the guy. 6'5". I am hyping this dude up a lot because I really think this is such a fun skill set. 97 throw power now. His accuracy stats are not bad. And then he's got the speed. He's got the stamina. He's got everything. This is the guy that we're going to build this team around for what I hope to be 4 years. Even if he wants to go to the NFL at some point, because he will probably hit that high enough overall, I will throw him a lot of money to stay here. I mean, we are at the point, like, part of my intrigue was like seeing like how high can you get with dynasty points? Like, how many can you get? I'm at the point right now, like, I got like 20k dynasty points every year. I have like maxed out all the support staff. Like, I have all the elite support staff, 20,000 points, and like I spend like over 10k on my roster. Like, I have so much, man. We got everything. We'll go to the conference championship. This time it's against a number 20 Georgia. So for the first time in a little bit, it's not going to be like a matchup against a high ranked team, but we'll get to see Montel Horner, Enrique Wade, the speedy backfield, get out there as Wade, number 10, will get a catch for basically nothing. We'll punt it away. And we're up by 10 right now, so I don't want to sleep on Georgia because Georgia, despite being number 20 in the country, always puts together very good rosters. Is always one of the more talented teams, you know, probably in the 90s of overall, as their quarterback, though, not doing too good right now. 50 yards in the defense, just smothering. Their run game not doing too much either. Their offense, I don't even know how they got 14 points with that little of production. 4th and 2, they're going to go for it on the ground. Got the first. And they needed that one. At least their starting running back is playing well, but everybody else not so much, as another run is going to get him a first. Okay, play action now. They set up an RPO, but he doesn't like anything he sees. He goes down. As they'll drop and throw again. Drag, broken up, wouldn't have gotten yards anyway. 3rd and 11. As he'll move right, and he got to get rid of it, and he preserves field goal range, and it's a very makeable kick from 40 yards. Kick is good, and Montel Horner back out there as he'll throw to a covered receiver, but he does make the grab for 5. Horner to the air. Whoa, get hit. He kind of stepped into pressure there. We're going to see maybe a little bit of growing pains. He is a freshman. I know that, like, again, this isn't optimal to start the freshman, but hey, man. Like, I think this could net out being better, even if we take maybe a slight step back at quarterback this year. I think it's going to be okay. Also, the team is amazing. I mean, we went 12-0, so, like, it hasn't hurt us that much yet, as we are trying to hold on to this lead right now, up by 7 with 3.5 to go. But Georgia at the 44-yard line got another man short. He's close, not quite the first down, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll go ground. They'll go for the first. And Georgia, it'd be, you know, quite the upset to pull this one off. A 3-loss Georgia team. I don't know if it'd be enough to put them into the playoffs. It might be. But South Carolina, I mean, it would probably drop us outside of a first-round bye. We haven't had to go the long way for a national championship yet. I mean, like, we've basically gotten a first-round bye every time. So with a minute and a half to go, Georgia still moving. Georgia still just chipping away, but sacked for a 1-yard loss. It's 4th and 4. They got another completion, another conversion. They're trying to make this the last drive before an overtime appearance, and they'll run. Touchdown, Georgia, with just a minute to play. And we'll have 60 seconds just about to try to get a game-winning drive from Montel Horner. Show me why. I chose you, Horner running. Give us 24. As Horner, quick throw outside, got the tight end for 8. And I'd say we're already maybe 5 yards away from field goal range. And Horner on the run, got it in field goal range. And I think we're going to be okay. Just got to make a kick here. Run it down 37 seconds. Handoff. Wade has got 7 more. Down to the clock expiring, and the kick is good. And South Carolina will win the game on a buzzer-beating field goal. Montel Horner with the game-winning drive, 72 completion percentage, a touchdown, no picks. We have 5 SEC titles now, over halfway there to tying and halfway to outright breaking that barrier that Nick Saban had. Heisman Trophy, yeah, Montel Horner was like that. As a freshman, Heisman Trophy potential here. As Horner, will he reel in a Heisman Trophy? It's over, an Appalachian State quarterback's pretty interesting, but, we have that. We got 2 other quarterbacks in, and Horner, for a Heisman, is not going to get it. That's, disappointing. We just have the one Lenore Sellers Heisman at this moment, but, again, Horner as a freshman was in the running. Kind of feels like it's only a matter of time if we get 4 years of him that he'll win one. A running back, though, for UCLA wins it. I'm fine with just taking Freshman of the Year honors for Horner with a 70% completion percentage. All-Americans, we got a couple. We got a linebacker, cornerback, and those are on the first team. Second team, though, running back once again, 2 offensive linemen, and we have nothing else there, but a couple more top 5 offense as well. Number 1 scoring offense, the only offense that was scoring 40-plus points on average. Let's take on Ohio State in the second round. It is 17-9, so far Ohio State has not been able to find the end zone quite yet. There's a flag down. They're down by 8 with the ball, and I think they're going to get not only a first down here with the play that they got, but they're also going to get tacked on even more yards with a roughing the passer. So very quickly they find themselves in our territory, but after not allowing any touchdowns in the first 3 quarters, I would like to think we are going to keep holding strong here. We do. They don't go for it on 4th and 2, which I think is a little bit of nonsense considering you've been struggling on offense. Like, hey, get something going. You're in enemy territory. You don't know how many times you're going to be there. Instead, they get a 3 and out, but we pin them all the way back to the 25. So this is actually a really good punt from our punter. But 3rd down and 8, they might get stopped with a 3 and out of their own, and they get sacked. And yeah, we're winning the field position battle right now because we get the ball right at around midfield to start our drive. Jet pass, breaks a tackle, and another out of bounds, 1 yard shy of the marker. Horner, quick bubble, and racing the line, gets the first, and breaks a tackle for 18. 5 minutes to play, handoff, stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 1. I would love to see more of Wade. I do split back. The other running back on our team made All-American, not Wade, but they do get a lot of carries each, so get a first down, but I want to see Wade be the primary guy for us since he is so awesome. 3rd down and 8 as Horner throwing. Nope, he's going to try to run, not going to get around the defender, though, and we'll have to settle for 3, but that's fine, because we took a decent amount of time off the clock, 3 minutes to play, and we are up by 2 scores, and Ohio State sacked for a loss of 10. Now dropping back in the end zone, sacked again, safety. And we'll now have a 13-point lead, and here goes Wade! There he goes! There's the 99 speed on display! 77-yard touchdown for Enrique Wade! That's what I was waiting for. The big breakthrough run for Wade. 2-point conversion. Even though our other running back made All-American, I do think Wade is the better guy. He stumbles in for a 2-point conversion. It's suddenly 30-9. A deep ball on Ohio State. That's an incredible grab for a touchdown. So, hey, good on them to make it a 2-score game. But with just a minute and a half to go, onside kick picked up by South Carolina, and if you thought Enrique Wade was done, he's not. How about a sweep from the 34, spins off a tackler, makes another one miss on the spin move, and then the speed to outrun them all. Touchdown Wade again. This dude is insane. That's insane. Wade, 11 carries, 155, and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, we didn't even need the other back to take the ball at all. We also added about 6 sacks as a team. As a semifinals appearance against Arizona State. 12-2 Arizona State. They're down right now on the scoreboard 31-24. And we've played, I feel like, the majority of our games from a, comfortable position where we're up by one or two scores. So, I mean, just being able to play with the lead as much as we do, obviously awesome that we haven't also blown, really any of these games. I mean, we had the few at the early, like the Alabama one, that was a blown one. But generally, I feel like we have been able to hold strong whenever we get up in front. Let's see if we can keep it going, though, and head to another national title and have not only another one on the board, but a third different quarterback to hold a national championship. A sack comes in now, 4th and 11 for Arizona State. They'll punt it away. So we've traded a few possessions here. Horner throwing, crosses body, and a completion. Horner's on one today. 350 and 4 touchdowns. As backup running back will get 7. Horner outside. Nice throw along the sidelines. And it's caught at the 30. Horner, what now? He's hit from behind and sacked. Both teams, a lot of pressure. 4 sacks and 5 sacks for the two teams. But then there's Enrique Wade out of the backfield for 20 more. As we'll be at the 18. Got a completion at the 7. 1st and goal. Outside, he's tackled for a loss of 3. 2nd and goal, though. As they'll go play action to Wade. Throw to the other back, and he's in. Touchdown. Horner's 5th of the game. And, yeah, I think I made the right decision starting Montel Horner. This dude's insane for a freshman. As Arizona State now is down by 14 with 4 to go. And they have to just keep on trying to see what they could string together to try to pull off a comeback. And it just does feel like at this point we have a team that just no other team in the nation can really say that they are better on paper, not better performance-wise. On the verge of another national championship appearance, 4th and 2, picked off and taken back, gone, pick 6. 21-point lead in the game clincher. We're going back to a national title, a win. 45-24 is what it ends up being. Horner, 77 completion percentage and 5 touchdown passes to 5 different receivers. I mean, Gio Teague only had 2 catches. He didn't even do anything, but we didn't need him to. So who's waiting for us in the national title game? It will be Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a great team, though. I mean, we've had some matchups where, I don't know, maybe you could consider, the degree of teams that we face, like Utah or Memphis or national championship opponents. Their overalls weren't as high. Notre Dame's got one of those high overalls because they're obviously one of the bigger programs. So, someone can match up with this on paper outside of the SEC. Notre Dame's one of those teams. It's 28-26, and they are having the ball right now. Not only that, but they have a nice drive going with a 1st down here at the 43, as they'll find a man underneath, caught for the 1st, and at the 45, inside the territory of South Carolina, through the middle. Run game, doing well. And another 1st. They're in field goal range to potentially take the lead here, and they are just not letting us touch the ball right now. They've already taken 4 minutes off the quarter. And a throw underneath is incomplete. 3rd down and 8, as they'll drop back and step into a throw short, incomplete. Would have been not enough for the 1st down anyway. They'll kick a field goal, so they'll take out 4 minutes of the 4th quarter and get 3 to give themselves a 1-point lead. Horner hit as he's throwing, but he gets it out for a completion for 10. Horner now, 2nd and inches. Got a quick fire to the receiver, and he got a 1st down. 31-yard line is Horner. Wide open, Sherman got a 1st. He's got 6 for 89. Handoff. And there goes Wade on the edge for just 3. Make it 3rd down and 7 for Horner. It's incomplete. We'll have to punt away the football. And I'm a little worried right now because Notre Dame's running it well. And we're under 3 minutes to play. They do get a delay of game, though, at the 2:43 mark. They're right on that fringe, but we're going to start burning timeouts. I was going to say right on the fringe of making one play take into the 2-minute warning, but yeah, we're going to burn timeout. 2nd and 15. Say 2 first downs ended, and there's 1 1st down, and they could end the game. Completed. It's 2nd and 3 with no timeouts, and for the game, Notre Dame. basically just played keep away in the fourth quarter, and we didn't even we got one drive. We had the ball for like 2 minutes, and we lose the national title. Wow. Hey, I thought we were going to be like this unstoppable, like just buzzsaw running through everybody, and we actually met a match there. Wade, though, incredible season, 1,300 yards, 60 touchdowns. My goodness, man. Irving, 19 receiving touchdowns. I mean, dang, like everybody hitting on offense. 3 double-digit sack guys on defense. That's crazy, though. We didn't win the national title. All right, well, you know, we're fine. We're not... Literally can't win them all. Geo Teague, look how much money we're about to spend on these receivers to keep them around. 760 NIL for Geo Teague. We got to keep him. Irving does leave, though, after his 19 touchdown season. We got, like, a bunch of first-round picks. I mean, we have more first-rounders than every other round combined. Got the most 5 stars, spent the most money by a slight amount, but, I mean, like, we had twice as many 5 stars as the next most. Like, it's just, we're dominating the recruiting. Another #1 class, to no surprise. We got a couple of 4-star gems as well, and then we filled out the rest with portal players. I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to get the #1 recruiting classes, the amount that we need to get to, you know, past Saban. We'll need 10. I mean, we've already gotten a lot. So, yeah, a lot of good players, of course. And Montel Horner's all the way up to an 89, 92 with boosts. And you can see, look at the little ratings that we see. His change of direction, his agility are out of control. So he's got still good accuracy, good power and everything, but like the elusiveness is up. I mean, dude, he's insane, man. Enrique Wade, I mean, he doesn't take any like significant jumps or anything, but like he's still really good. Look at Truman, 93 overall, 97 with boost. Geo Teague, 94 overall. And a 96 with boost. 94 true overall for Geo Teague. It's got like maxed out route running, almost maxed agility, and change of direction. I think he could be unguardable. Poor Gideon down there is at a 92 overall with boost, and he's our 4th string receiver. Like, that poor guy is good, but like, dude, look who we have at wide receiver. We don't even need him starting. We have so many amazing players. Like, the receiving core is crazy. The offensive line, about just straight high 80s to low 90s across the board. About Tobias Hood getting to start, our gem edge rusher 5-star. Look at the D tackle room. All of them going to be 1st, 2nd round picks. And then at cornerback, it's a little bit more lacking back there in the secondary, but still an amazing team overall. Look at the page. Like, every year the page is just getting crazier at the top. Like, 92 overall at the bottom. Look at this edge rusher, though. Oh, my goodness. That I had to double take. Excuse me? 92 speed, 95 acceleration edge rusher. That is unbelievable, man. And then we get a gem running back, too. About a gem 95 speed receiver. Like, dude, Bowringer at edge rusher is absurd. And you best believe I gave him a max offer. I gave him everything I possibly could. And Charlie Bowringer is coming to South Carolina, as is the gem running back and the gem receiver. But, dude, Bowringer, that's one of the best prospects I've seen in this game. I wanted to, like I said, show you the important ones, you know, the ones that stuck out to me. And he definitely stuck out. So, Montel Horner in his sophomore season, yeah, we kind of came out here and dominated Tennessee. 53-24 in the SEC title game. Not even a struggle to drop 50 points on Tennessee and move on to the playoffs. But before we get to the playoffs, we have another Heisman candidacy for Montel Horner. He came out as a finalist last year, didn't win it. This year, with, you know, 2 other quarterbacks and a receiver in front of him, potentially in line for that Heisman. Last year didn't happen, and this year it is not gonna happen again. Once again, a runner-up in the Heisman, Montel Horner. All right. Freshman, he was a finalist, didn't win it. Sophomore finalist, didn't win. We don't leave with nothing, though. Enrique Wade, Walker Award winner, best running back in the nation. And another couple of All-Americans, obviously Walker, but how about Nigel Tuggle, Cameron Speed, Montel Horner, second team All-American. Along with that, we have guard and edge. Waiting for us, though, in the second round, it was a little rematch against Notre Dame. Well, it went a lot differently this time. We got revenge, 45-21. Pretty big beatdown of Notre Dame, who took us out last year. Horner, though, got one back. And very quickly, we are moving to the semifinals here against the team we have previously played in the national championship. A team that is also, like, really good in sim in this game. It's Memphis, 14-0 Memphis against 14-0 South Carolina. Despite us being 14-0, they're number 2 in the country, so that's something there. We'll see what we are dealing with not being the number 1 team, despite how great we are and how great we play, and how we've dominated Notre Dame, and then we dominated in the SEC championship. We're up 17-10 right now, and Horner has had an up and down game. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a 4th and 1 where we will punt it away, and Memphis will have 7:40 to go to maybe see if they could tie this game up. A little tackle for loss of 3. We'll set them back to 2nd and 13. Quick hit, and we'll get the lost yards back. 2 more on it. 3rd down and 8. They'll drop and throw in a 4-man rush, and we bulldoze our way through for the sack. We'll get set up with good field position after the punt, and Horner has got a tight window throw and a completion past midfield, the 42-yard line, as Horner steps up. Nice blocking, and he tried to make a diving deflection, and he couldn't get it, and it cost them. They went for the big play, got nothing out of it, and they allowed more yards than they maybe could have if he just made a wrap-up tackle, so it works to our benefit. 3rd down and 7, though, and he tries to make a defender, turn him around, and he made a miss for a moment. We're going for it on 4th and 2. This is a really bold call, but it works out. I would have been content taking a 2-score lead, but hey, Horner got it done there, and in the end zone, touchdown, nice drive. And everybody got to chip in there for a score to make it a 14-point game, as now Memphis in some deep trouble now with under 4 to go against this great team, having to drive down the field multiple times as they get a nice one there into South Carolina territory, but they're going to need another big play and not a sack off the edge like that. As it's 2nd and 14. Another 4-man rush. He'll just scramble. He'll run. And that'll be a nice one to get the first down. 21 yards, but with 3 minutes to play. Again, still in some trouble here as they get a completion down to the 2. And maybe they could score in a decent amount of time here. As they'll find the end zone. Touchdown. Okay, Memphis did keep their timeouts and score ahead of the 2-minute warning. So it's possible, but you're going to have to stop us, which is... it feels impossible. 6 yards. How about a handoff again? Wade is not going to get it. 3rd down and 5 as they go to keeper. Horner, first down. And Montel Horner, one more. And they'll be at the 2-minute warning now, needing 3 yards to put it to bed for good. As they'll go with a little end around. I don't like that. I don't like that. You lost 6 yards. As they'll throw one out now, completed, but, you know, Memphis will get 30 seconds to go. It's not crazy, but I think you're really kind of tried to do a little too much with that end around. We'll take that, though. 4 yards, and they lose 10 seconds because they got tackled in bounds. He'll throw it deep. Now set up maybe for a Hail Mary. No, it would have put him in Hail Mary range. You got to at least get to about midfield-ish to get into that spot, as he'll throw on the run, and he reels it in with 11 seconds to go. Spike it with 7, and here we go. Potential Hail Mary for the tie. Got it to about the 10, but it's incomplete. And it's going to be a national title appearance once again for Montel Horner, trying to get a little redemption after the last year loss. They've already taken out Notre Dame. Now can they take out who's waiting for them in the national title game, where, yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup because Ohio State is the undefeated 15-0 number 1 team ahead of us, and their defense was unreal. Their defense, I'm pretty sure, like, it's crazy that we've scored 38 points because they've averaged like 10 points allowed, which just goes to show how crazy our offense is playing right now. Montel Horner's got 4 touchdowns. We're up 38-31 on this insane Ohio State team. This is probably the best team we've played yet in this video. And the fact that we are doing what we're doing right now is so impressive, as we got Teague for another first down at the 27. As Horner, out of the backfield, Wade has got 7 yards. Well, on our way to making it a 2-score game, play fake, sack. Didn't even get a chance to throw it. 3rd and 9 for Horner. As he'll move right. Horner gonna run. Horner's got the first. Slides at the 11. He's got 140 rushing yards in this game. And then he just threw it down to the 1, almost a touchdown. As they go fake. Horner, reach, not in. 2nd and goal. Horner will turn. Hand to Wade. In. Touchdown. Enrique Wade. The rushing attack has become something special here when you have a guy who could win the best running back in the nation, a backup who could be, you know, an 800-plus yard rusher, and a quarterback who can run for 140 yards against the best defense in the country. At any given moment, he could just pop off like that. As Ohio State, I mean, they just flat out dropped that. Wow, 4th and 2. They need this. And they got it. He breaks free. Ohio State. 58-yard touchdown on the ground on 4th down with their season on the line and their backs against the wall. This game's still going. 45-38. Horner, you got more in you. He'll run again. It's over 150. Make it even more. Montel Horner's got 174. Keep it again. Horner is looking for 200. He's got 192. Horner, you are not real. You're not a real player. This is insane. He's going to hand it off. And 3rd and 10. But, I mean, it's already, the damage is done. Ohio State got the stop, but the damage is getting a field goal allowed. And it's a 2-score game. Montel Horner for 192 on the ground. And Ohio State, they had their incredible defense get picked apart by this one-man tip ball and an interception at the 2:30 mark. And Horner hands the backup back, reaching, 1st down, and that'll do it for good. Montel Horner completes 90% of his passes and runs for 190 yards. That is one of the greatest performances ever. 90% completion percentage. 2 incompletions, and he still almost ran for as many yards as he threw it for against that defense, against that team, to have a 43 touchdown, 3 pick season. 71 completion percentage both years. This dude should be a Heisman winner. I think he should have won it this year. Both running backs on our team go for over 1,000, and both of them almost have 20 touchdowns apiece, go for a combined 42, and Horner runs for almost 700 yards on the year. Enrique Wade, back-to-back incredible seasons. This is just, I think this team might even be even better. I mean, look at that, 3 1,000-yard receivers. Teague back up there to a 1,300-yard season. Dude, like, we're really just hitting our prime right now, because with Montel Horner, these receivers, and that running back, what do you even do? Geo Teague wraps up his career with a very spectacular 3,000, like 700-ish yards in his career. How about double-digit sack guys? Another trio of double-digit sack players. I mean, one of them being a D-tackle, both of our edge rushers, and Tangelo. 3 double-digit sack seasons at South Carolina. 10, 10, and 12 and a half. So, I mean, he's up there at all-time sacks for the school. And then Nigel Tuggle, 5 picks for him. Speed at 4 picks. Yeah, Horner, I mean, he's a redshirt sophomore. He could go to the NFL. I'm paying him all the money in the world to stay. Enrique Wade, I'm paying you all the money in the world to stay. Cole Gideon, it's finally your time to get some play time, I think. We're paying you everything to stay. I like that we have all this money. I mean, maybe, we're not playing this, like, none of this is realistic anyway, but maybe there is a world where it's like, hey, if they ever want to go pro, just let them, and maybe make it even harder for us, but hey, we'll enjoy the players here for as long as we can. I mean, does anybody want to see Montel Horner leave? This dude is awesome. Same thing with Enrique Wade. Let's get him for another year. How about 16 5-star players and we didn't even spend as much as Ohio State did on their 4 or 5 stars. So we're doing incredible stuff here, and yeah, the number 1 recruiting, I'm already about to say that's locked up for us. Like, we're gonna get that. I don't think we're going to, not get another number 1 class until the very end when I, stop prioritizing the freshmen in like the final year because the freshmen won't matter. But yeah, we do got Bo Ringer again to be that generational type edge rusher for us. Montel Horner, 92 overall. The accuracy, I mean, it's still not even crazy, but like everything else he's even faster now. He's got 94 speed. He's even faster now. Because why not? Enrique Wade is a 95, but he is a 99 with boosts. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, you've seen, if you watch the quarterback and the running back video I did where, the overall scale in this game is definitely skewed down. So to see players like this is just kind of crazy. Like, to see players hit 95 plus overall, 99, 98 overall with the boosts and everything, like, we just weren't experiencing that because the overalls are just so scaled down. And understandably, like, a lot of these players would have just went pro anyway. But, like, this is still so cool to see, just kind of almost like limit testing in a sense, to see just how crazy you can get a team, how crazy you can get a player. There's so many fun things to tackle in this video that make this kind of, why I like doing this is... Yeah, Jose Little. How about this tight end? He's 6'5". He's a true sophomore, so this is after 1 year of development. Brother, look at this tight end. He's 6'5", and he's got 93 speed, 96 change of direction. Oh my goodness, man. A +8 overall. This team, yeah, I mean, understandably, is a 99 across the board. 90+ linemen. Tobias Hood's a 90 with boosts, even higher than that. Defensive tackles, we're going to have a couple of NFL guys. And then, how about the secondary as well? Nigel Tuggle is an 86 as our best, which is honestly one of our weakest positions, but 89 safety, 88 strong safety. And we're on to another season for Montel Horner. Can he get a Heisman this time? Year 9 is where we are. So we're, roughly around like that halfway point because... half of 17, you can get to like year 8 to 9 is around the halfway. So we're right around there, and I think we're looking good on a couple of things. There's some things we're not on pace for. Like I can think of immediately like the defense one we're not on pace for, but I mean more of the stuff we are on pace for than not. And the SEC championship has come around once again for us. I'm surprised that we're just making it like every year. Even when I have tried this video like last year and it did well, there were years where I didn't make the SEC title game, but like we're just sweeping. We're just really rolling through the SEC as LSU is down by 11. Horner, he's getting running again. He's got a block downfield, and Horner's got 70 yards on just 6 carries. Jet pass, and man, these jet passes just aren't working. Horner, though, 3 touchdowns, no picks, fake it, and Horner on the keeper. Here goes Horner, and this is also why I just really wanted to get a running quarterback, because I just seen the glimpses with like Lenore Sellers, and there's a fumble that was counted as a backwards pass, and that's gonna be a scoop and score. Oh, that's just really unfortunate. They counted it as a backwards pass. Okay, well, LSU now has got a 2-point conversion, and they don't get it, but it is a 5-point game. But, I really wanted to prioritize getting a running quarterback out there just because that one really good year with Lenora Sellers, I'm like, man, what if we had that for 2, 3, 4 years of that and had like that type of infrastructure around him with that type of talent and an incompletion, but we do go 3 and out. So we're actually kind of in some danger here, but never mind, we might not be, as LSU got sacked in a fumble, and that's a big loss of 15. I mean, they picked it up, but this possession might just be over immediately on that first play. Got to avoid a safety. He steps out of the end zone. He'll just run. I think that's fine. You lost 15 yards immediately. You kind of just... it was a lost possession. Just 5 minutes to go, though. We got good setup field position. A field goal is still going to keep this a 1-score game, so eyeing to just run this clock out, get maybe even a touchdown to try to seal this one. Up is the throw over the middle's caught for a first down. Horner at 200 passing yards. And adding to it, there's the big tight end for the first down. As from the 24, handoff, he'll go through to the red zone at the 19. We're down to 2:30 to go. We might be able to run this whole clock down. LSU timeout, 3rd down and 6. Horner And it's going to find a man inside the 5, down to the 4. And if we find the end zone, which we do, it's probably wraps for LSU. Even though we had that self-inflicted mistake with the fumble and the scoop and score, it didn't seem to matter. LSU sacked at the 2-minute warning, 4th and 9, just a single timeout. That's tipped up in the air. That's intercepted. And that is gonna do it. LSU was another new challenger to the SEC title. We have our 7th SEC title crown, and we are closing in little by little on that mark to get to the double digits and surpass Saban. So we still have another 2 to tie, 3 to break, and we got, another couple of chances. But the issue here is Enrique Wade. This one hurts. Enrique Wade is out. He broke his wrist. He's out for the playoffs. So that's going to be the only bits that we see of Enrique Wade was, what we've already seen. We're not going to see him anymore, which really stinks. But Montel Horner has once again found himself in a Heisman Final Four, was the runner-up in previous 2 seasons, and has only gotten better and better, and the status and the reputation is there. And I think it's about time that Montel Horner gets his Heisman Trophy. And there it is. I think it is well-deserved and maybe even well overdue. You could really argue he deserved, at the very least, last year's. Maybe if you don't want to give it to him as a freshman, because the season was good, but the sophomore season was a lot better. But the junior year has even eclipsed that. And Montel Horner has given us our 2nd Heisman of the video, as Tobias Hood, also with 18 sacks, is going to clear out the awards. Defensive end and every other award that you could associate with an edge rusher. Yeah, he's just going to sweep them all with his 18 sacks and 35 tackles for loss. Enrique Wade, still won best running back despite his career being basically done now. As a senior, not going to play anymore. How about Jose Little, tight end of the year? Let's just win every award. Let's see if we can just win them all. Do we got best receiver in there? We got best DB. Nigel Tuggle, best DB, 5 picks, 7 pass breakups. Do we have best linebacker, maybe? Derek Pugh. There it is. 4 interceptions, 7 pass breakups. And we got Tobias Hood winning the Lombardi as well. We won almost every award. We didn't win best receiver, though, but we won almost like everything else. All-Americans, that's like a dozen All-Americans. It just put more on the tally. We're really starting to get to the point where we're starting to hit these milestones. We have our 3rd top 5 offense, which does equal Saban, and we averaged 50 points a game, and we only allowed 12 points a game. An average margin of victory of 38 points per game is crazy. As we'll head into the playoff game against Memphis. We've seen them before. We've dealt with them 2 other times. And this one is a dominant game here, where we shoot through the middle. The backup running back is having himself a heck of a game, and will sweep out Memphis pretty easily. And a dominant victory. Like I said, if there's any notable highlights, I was going to show you them in the blowouts. 41-17, 113 yards for Landrum, the backup running back. And he also led the team with 4 catches, tied with a couple of other players, but had a receiving touchdown as well. So Memphis out of here. Up next, Ohio State, and a close one, 31-30. I'm sure Ohio State, after the crazy season that they had, only to be met by the Montel Horner masterclass game, wants to try to shut him down this time. The issue is, we got 31 points on the board again. And Ohio State's offense, to their credit, is kept up, and they have 30 of their own. But can they finally, end this run of us going to national championships? I mean, we did lose that one to Notre Dame, but we've made a consecutive amount of national title games, and Ohio State hasn't been able to, I don't think, beat us in this video. I think we're like 2-0, 3-0 against them right now, and they're usually one of the better teams. So if this is as hard as it gets, and we're out here dominating them, 12 carries for 5 yards for their running back. I mean, we're dominating on the ground. The trenches. In Ohio State, though, finally does get off the field, but they will get a field goal. So, hey, 33-31. Montel Horner's down on the scoreboard with 7 minutes to go. Can Ohio State just get their revenge? Horner, tight throw, and a completion of the 34. Horner, they have to limit his rushing, so they're going to try to make him do it with his arm. And there's the best tight end winner, Little, for the first down to the 39. How about our carry for Horner now, as he'll run for about 6. He's got 74 yards. That's a lot better than like the 200 he almost ran for. Deep pass, though, outside. Jump ball. No good, and that will have to lead to a field goal on 4th and 4. So right for the lead back. It's going to be good. 34-33, a 1-point game with 4.5 to play, as Horner has to just watch his defense out there. They got their quarterback at Ohio State playing very well. Now over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, and adding on to it with another 15 yards and a draw now. First down for Ohio State. They're in field goal range. They're carving through to the 21. And things are getting scary. Could it be a loss for South Carolina? Broke a tackle. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take the lead back. They're giving us one heck of a fight. 2-point conversion is no good. So now it is up to Horner with a 2-minute drill, as he's going to have to do it also, remember, with the backup running back. And Landrum is going to get a first down at the screen. 2-minute warning is hit. 33-yard line on the handoff. Landrum straight through the middle. Oh, here he goes. It's going to be caught. No, he's not. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the backup running back, Landrum, off the back of an injury to Enrique Wade, the best running back in the country, has come out here and had a heck of a playoff game, where not only has he been good this game, but against Memphis he broke off a big run as well. I mean, you knock out the best running back in the nation, you think you have yourself a chance. No, the backup comes in and is just as good as the starter. And Ohio State, though, with 50 seconds to go, needs to get another maybe 15 yards. There it is! And the field goal range has been acquired. It might be Ohio State's time to win. Throw it deep on 3rd down. It's knocked away. But Ohio State with 30 seconds to go. Field goal is good. It's their lead. 42-40. Horner, do you got another one in you? Another drive. It's a timeout. That's our last one from the 24 now. Horner, sidelines, and out of bounds. 17 seconds to play. Horner to throw it. Hey, sack! No! He's sacked, and they gotta hurry up. And this is it. We're not even gonna get a proper Hail Mary. We're gonna have to go 77 yards. Horner steps up and throws it. He doesn't have an 80-yard arm. It's incomplete. And Ohio State gets their revenge. 42-40. Landrum went for 200 yards, though. Credit to him. And we're not going to take home a national championship, unfortunately. But Montel Horner, my goodness. 44 touchdowns to 1 pick and a 73 completion percentage. Not only that, he had 15 rushing touchdowns and 887 yards. That is a combined 5,000 plus yards, 59 touchdowns. Oh my goodness, man. What a dude. Like, he ran for 3 100-yard performances, and Horner, it really is unfortunate. I mean, Ohio State's so good, though. Like, I'm not really saying, like, oh, like, there's no shame in losing to Ohio State there. Landrum heated up in the playoffs, and it took his season total to, equal what Enrique Wade did. So this is what Wade's career is going to look like. 3 1,000-yard seasons, 3 seasons all in which he had 15-plus touchdowns and won the best running back. I know at least in 2 of those years. I kind of lose track at this point. Gideon had 16 touchdowns, but he finally got his opportunity. And look at that. Jaquez Stokes got 21.5 sacks. And Hood also got another 19. So Stokes, amazing, big step-up season. Montel Horner, let's keep paying him. Let's get another year. 960 NIL. Let's do it, man. And for Gideon, 800. Just launch the points. He stays. That's funny. He just stays. He's still here. We're paying him 1,000 points almost, but he's here. We're paying him more than what 2 1-star schools may get in a budget. Like, that's how much we're paying him, an insane amount. Look how much money we spent this year. We only spent $2,300 to still get 10 5-stars. It's getting cheaper, man. It's getting easier. So we got all these 5-stars still, like, on par with getting, you know, double digits every year, and we did it for like 1,000 less points. Like, we're at that stage now where, like, it is that much cheaper. It is that much easier to even save money, and it affords us the opportunity to go and pay, you know, these people to stay. Because Montel Horner now is a 97 overall, 99 with boost. He is a 97. His accuracy is up. His power's at 99. His IQ is 99. His quickness is 95. Everything is... His worst thing is accuracy, but it's still 93, and he plays really good with that accuracy. So it doesn't matter, I feel like. Stinks to lose Enrique Wade. Think we'll be fine. Cole Gideon with his speed, and now also his hands are 99. That speed with those hands, that's insane. Jose Little is a 92 overall tight end who's, I mean, he already was like a special athlete at 6'5", and now you can add to it, he can catch even better, he can block a little, he can run routes. He's just a crazy athlete, though. I mean, just like, who isn't amazing on this team right now? Like, do we have any other special jumps out here? 93 right tackle. Tobias Hood still here to 91. 90 defensive tackles, both of them. I mean, just ridiculous. The cornerbacks are still fine. Safeties are, you know, probably the weakest area, but still, look at the team, man. Year 10 SEC title game once more against Oklahoma. I think we've gotten used to it, and look at that. Like, this is the biggest one. Like, what are we doing? Look at this. This is disgusting. This is the best SEC has to offer. Like, look at the domination, man. 34-0, 37-0. It is 37-0 going into the fourth quarter. We don't need to see this. 44-0, 51-0. They finally score a garbage time touchdown. We almost won it 51-0. Instead, 51-7. And in 8th SEC title, Horner ran for 256 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground. Does it shock you that he's also in the Heisman candidacy again alongside his teammate, Cole Gideon? And Horner could go and win back-to-back Heismans. 4 Heisman final finishes, 1 Heisman win, and to get an elusive, historic second Heisman, Montel Horner. It's his. This is just the college go. This is the greatest to ever do it, man. 2 Heismans now, and I mean, all he's looking for now is another national championship to add to that resume. An already impressive one, Montel Horner. I mean, would you believe it if I told you his season was maybe even better than the previous? Tobias Hood. Speaking of just as good, Tobias Hood had another 18 sacks season to sweep all those defensive awards. We get offensive lineman trophy, Thorpe trophy for 6 interceptions. Gideon is going to be on the All-American team with Hood and Hirsch and all these other award-winning players. And then on the second team, just a linebacker and a safety. We had a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. So not only that, it was basically number 1 and number 1. Like, we're just out here destroying. And speaking of out here destroying, how about NC State 38-13? Another dominant playoff game. And we're on to the semifinals now. We're taking on Indiana. It is a close one, 27-20, and Indiana's at the 4-yard line for a 3rd and goal and a handoff and a game-tying touchdown. So we're all tied up with a 13-1 Indiana, and the handoff to the back is going to get us a 10-yarder. Ed Wicks, the back 10 carries, 45 yards, and the throw over the middle for Horner. I mean, to cement that legacy here in college football for a, you know, success standpoint, not just as an individual, but as a team, got to win that second national championship, because people will be like, oh, you won 2 Heismans and you did this and you did that, but you only won 1 national title because you lost to Ohio State and you lost to Notre Dame. Hey, if you win a second national championship, ain't nobody could say anything anymore. You can't even knock them for the team success. As from the 2-yard line, it's a touchdown. And just like so easy driving down the field. And Cole Gideon has the score. One of the best receivers in the country. And I mean, I said that recruiting class was going to be like the one to really flip things. And like, it just has. I get a 3 and out. Cole Gideon. I mean, superstar receiver, Heisman candidate, Enrique Wade, 3 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Horner, amazing quarterback. Tobias Hood, maybe the best defensive player we've had in the video. Like, that all came from one class. Like, that is what's ridiculous about this. As from the 47, Horner got a man again, makes a move, turns the corner, gone, touchdown. And a 2-score lead now, as Indiana's got just 3.5 to play, and they're just getting overpowered, maybe, but maybe not. And there's a one-play, 75-yard score for Indiana. All right, well, they responded with an even bigger play of their own, showing that they're not going to go down quite yet, but they need a stop. That's the important thing, and they're not getting a stop right now. That's a completion of the 47. One more first down could very well do it, and the run outside got a first. Indiana's out of timeouts at the 2-minute mark. Handoff is close, not quite, 3rd inches. 1:20 to go. He doesn't get the first, so we'll end up going for it here. I don't think we need to do that, but hey, there's Little with the big first down to end it. We really could have just kicked the field goal, but why not? Horner leads us in rushing, and Northrop, 197 receiving yards, coming straight out of the transfer portal to help us out. We're going to the national title game once again to take on the number 2 team in the country, a team that we didn't play in the SEC title game in Alabama. They're 13-1, and we are going to get hit and get brought down. He got the ball out just before, though, 3rd and 4. It's 35-28. We are winning right now, and Horner not able to get the first. But it'll be 4th and 3. We're going for it. Another bold call, and another result that works out. Touchdown, Montel Horner. 42-28. And Alabama now just watching us do what we have been doing, and that is just put up 40-plus a game, it feels like. Put up 500 yards of offense and watch Montel Horner be the greatest college football player we'll ever see, man. 6.5 to go. And the throw over the middle is knocked away. 4th and 9, and do or die for Alabama. They need it. As he drops and throws for the first down. Broke it up. And this one could be slipping away from Bama, because they're already down by 14, and we are at the 5-minute mark. Horner keeper, and Horner, he's going to fumble the ball, and Alabama picks it up, so maybe it's not over yet for the Tide, as Horner is going to have to hope it doesn't end up costing him. 4 minutes to go. Bama throws it outside for the first, and it's caught at the 27-yard line. And Bama needing that touchdown. They'll find another receiver in the red zone down to the 12. 3:30 to go. Bama hands. And straight through the middle. First and no, not quite. They'll call it inches to go. As Alabama tuck and run for the score. It's a 1-touchdown game. And Bama turns to their defense. Montel Horner is the last time we're going to see him going to be with the national championship and sealing the game here. As the throw in the flat's not going to happen. 3rd and 12. Horner throws over the head of his receiver. And Bama's going to get a chance. Bama will get a try. And they got a nice start, 22 yards. Is Alabama going to pull it off here? Pull off the comeback and send this thing to overtime. He breaks up a tackle and gets 5 yards from the 46 at the 2-minute warning. They got 2 timeouts, and he's just leveled. Incomplete. 3rd and 5. As the throw, short, got the first and more to the 37-yard line. He's up over 100 yards on the day as they are just stringing along. Another completion for the first at the 23. 1:15 to go. Bama down the middle to the 2. I think we're going to have ourselves a potential time, and he's sacked. 50 seconds to go, and from the 10, he'll keep it. He'll run to the edge. He's down at the 1. 1 yard away. 3rd goal. Hit. Incomplete. 4th and goal for the tie. Outside. Touchdown. Bama. They'll kick it for the tie, and Montel Horner's got 30 seconds to go to try to end his college career. Horner completed short for 5. They won't burn a timeout. Instead, Horner just steps up, throws it on the run, got it to the 29, Montel Horner. And what a final throw of your career if you can boot this through for the win. We got it. And Montel Horner ends it in the best way possible. A game-winning throw for the 5th national title and his 2nd of his career. He takes home 2 Heismans and 2 national championships and a whole bunch of other records and accolades as he ends his career. What a player, man. What a player Montel Horner and the rest of these guys are. That was a fun era. 5,000 yards just shy of it. 45 touchdowns, 73 completion percentage, and then the rushing. Yeah, how about tacking on 1,300 yards and 20 touchdowns on the ground? That is a combined 6,000 yards and 65 touchdowns in 16 games. Unbelievable. Unreal. Unbelievable stuff, man. Gideon's 18 touchdowns and 1,400 yards put together a really nice 2-year stretch for him. I mean, I'm disappointed that order is going to be gone, man. I don't know how we're going to be able to top that. I mean, we do have some nice players coming in, like some nice freshmen. Horner goes in the first round. Look at all these first rounders, man. That's a whole page. We're still scrolling. Got another first rounder, and then we get the seconds and the thirds, and then a single 7th. Look at all these talented players, man. We get the #1 class spending less than 3,000, but getting a whopping 16 5-stars. It's just over for the rest of the nation. And we are 2 national titles away from surpassing Saban, and we have still a chunk of time left in this. We are in the double digits for years, but we still have a number of years left to be able to pull this off. At quarterback, I don't love our options. I do think this team is going to be decisively worse this year. Like, it's still a great team. Like, not saying that it's not. Like, this is still an amazing team. But this team is definitely going to be, for, like, the major players, the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, it's going to be worse. We just don't have all the assets. But look at the D tackles, though. That's insane. We should have a top 5 defense. That should be a given. The defense should be good. The offense, though, I'm a little worried about what quarterback will look like for us. I think we just kind of have to, like, find what that bridge is going to be for us and hope that it goes well. We end up #1, 11 years in, and a 21-14 game. We're actually losing in the SEC title game at this moment as an interception on the first play, and the defense not wasting any time making an impact. Still, though, we got to find the end zone, tie this one up, and we got ourselves a new quarterback who, maybe a little less exciting, Larry Drake, a kind of a stopgap while we try to look for who is going to be that next one for us. But, you know, you can't have superstars out there every single time. You got to see maybe the quarterback isn't going to be the driving force of this team potentially winning a championship, as on 4th down, it's picked off and taken it the other way. Tennessee is gone. Touchdown, Tennessee. All right, 92-yard pick 6, and yeah, that's not good. Then he's sacked on the next play. I mean, you can see, like, even if the overall is high, some people are just a little bit different, and they maybe don't play up to the standard that you hope, as we'll have to punt it away after a 3-and-out, and now it's really worrying that we are down by 14, 7 minutes to play in an SEC title game. I mean, we've won, I feel like I've lost count at this point how many SEC titles we've won consecutively, and we're looking like we might actually lose one for the first time in a long time. And I feel like we've made, every SEC championship appearance since the first year where we didn't make it, but in year 2 on, we've made it every time, I think. So, like, we've got a lot on the board, but it's just, it's a little frustrating for what it could mean for our chances of winning a national championship. We can't even show to be competent against this Tennessee squad, who is really good, is a title contender, but obviously we're going to be running into potentially other top teams along the lines of Tennessee, and if Drake's going to come out here and throw a 92-yard pick six and is just going to not really do a whole lot of good stuff for us on 4th and 4 with another opportunity, take a shot up, and that's just another bad decision where he throws it on 2 defenders. It's incomplete. I mean, I knew this team was going to be a little bit worse, but, we still are probably the most talented roster. I just, I don't like what I'm seeing this year. All right, well, Tennessee's going to need one more first down. They got it, and that will be game. So we lose the SEC title game for the first time in a very long time, which, I'm not overly, too down about. Again, you're not going to be the best every single season, but obviously wanted to see how high we can get that number. We're still going to be a first-round bye team, which is pretty cool, to sneak out that 4 seed. And we still have 3 offensive linemen, tight end, edge rusher, and safety on the first team All-American. And then on the second team, D-tackle, and that's about it. But top 5 offense and a top 5 defense once again. So cumulatively, everything is still great, but, the quarterback situation, it's about those big moments. Can you thrive in those big moments? And Horner was able to, Gage was able to, Lenore Sellers was able to. This guy remains to be seen, but so far he's kind of batting 0 for 1 right now, as he'll get brought down here in a game against UCLA. We're down 17-7, so this is not ideal. We're really not looking too good right now, as we're looking to try to make this a 1-score game, and we do. There's a tight end Little, and a touchdown to make it 17-14, so at least we make it that 3-point game and give ourselves a chance here, and maybe we could see if Drew has something in him to, show that I shouldn't be kind of hating on him to the extent that I am, as we'll get a sack and a fumble and a recovery. We've been wrapped an opportunity to at the very least tie this game up. We'll go RPO. Doesn't like the throw, doesn't like the handoff. He'll keep it himself, and okay, touchdown. There's a little bit of life, and there's a nice play for the lead. Suddenly, we've turned this around from 10 down to 4 up, as UCLA's offense now needs to respond after that back-breaking turnover. 3rd down and 11, though, hits, and he's sacked. 4th and 21, they punt it away, and Drew to take over. Outside, picked off! And just barely being able to bring him down. That could have been a pick 6 if he missed that tackle, as UCLA takes over and into South Carolina territory. 41-yard line, play action, swing it outside. It's a double pass, but it's picked off. Oh no! And there's a flag on UCLA. That actually, there's a pass interference as well. That was terribly done. That could have worked. I actually feel like if that dude had a bit more of an arm. I appreciate the attempt, though, as we could end this game because of that mistake. Handoff, first down, and one more will end it. With 2:20 to go, there's the first down and more. He's going to run it all the way. Touchdown. I mean, honestly, if you would have went down, we would have been able to just kneel the ball out. So I guess instead you give UCLA a bit of a small chance if they want to do something about it and get a touchdown and an onside kick. But, I trust the defense from here. The defense hasn't really given me any indication of, I shouldn't trust them despite the players that we are constantly rotating through. It's really just the quarterback situation that has me a little worried, as UCLA did a 3rd and 3. I would imagine they could maybe take a field goal here if they do get stopped. They're not going to, so they will pull through for a first at the 28. And the throw outside, that's close to the first, not quite there. 2nd and inches, a minute to play. In the flats, couldn't make a miss, and he loses 4. 40 seconds to go, and it's incomplete again. 4th down, they'll take the field goal now. Try to kick it onside, and that's our ball. So we'll win the game 28-20, and yeah, I mean, it's a little shaky, but we move on to the semifinals, so that's, ultimately what matters here. We're taking on Nebraska, and a deficit of 14 points for the #1 team in the country, Nebraska. 28-14 as Drake is throwing short for 4. 3rd down and 9 as he'll drop and fling one down the field in double coverage. It's incomplete. It's 4th and 9. We'll punt it away. Kind of feels like the biggest reason we were able to beat UCLA is that game-changing fumble that handed us a drive in the red zone to be able to come back from down 10. Down by now 14, we do get a stop, but unless we get another one of those big plays, whether it is special teams or the defense getting something going, I feel like it's going to be hard to rely upon this offense. Drew got a completion, and he gets past the defense for a 1st down to the 41-yard line. Quick hit to Little a tight end for 10. Now 2nd and inches. Keeper for Drew. Got the 1st. And at the 25. From here on out, though, it is very much like 4-down territory is what we need. And it's going to be a completion. Down to the 1. So close. Handoff. Touchdown. South Carolina makes it a 7-point game. And now got Nebraska 3rd and 11. We could get a 3-and-out right off the bat. And on the flats, he turns it upfield, but not able to get there. Just a 9-yard gain. It wasn't enough. And now, we'll hold on a second here. We can pull this one off. As Drew to throw just over 4. With the middle, he's not going to get far, but we'll take a 3rd and manageable 3rd and 4. Drew has got a quick receiver open in between those zones for a completion. And now the run through the middle. That'll get us another double-digit yard gain. Wicks 50 yards plus on the ground. And then here's the tight end Little. Makes a move. And about as athletic of a tight end as you're going to find. As Drew to the air. Outside. That is a horrible throw. What are you doing? Oh, it's pick. And it's a pick 6. That was awful. That was so bad. Oh my God. We went from Montel Horner to this dude. Oh my God. You are not going to ever play quarterback at this school again, man. You are not. You are terrible, man. Like, this is awful. Alabama went through this. Like, Alabama had Bryce Young, they had Tua, they had Hurts, they had good quarterbacks, but they also had like, who was their bad ones? They had like Greg McElroy was kind of whatever. They had was a Blake Sims. Blake Sims wasn't that good. He ended up playing like running back. I don't know. They've had some good quarterbacks, but they've also had some stinkers. But we're in our stinker era. We're in our we need another guy now. Like, that's all I guess I need to say. We need a guy now, man. So we go down in the semifinals, and we'll have to reassess here as Drake did get banged up for a couple of games as well. Like, he's an 89 overall, and like he's even higher with like boosts. So like you'd think in theory he'd be a pretty nice player. We had 4 1,000-yard pass catchers as well. Like, it looks all nice on paper. Well, we don't have context of watching the game. And Jose Little, what a tight end career. 900 yards, 700 yards, 1,000 yards, and two-time best tight end winner, I believe. As we had 12 sacks, 14 sacks, 15 sacks. Good stuff. Good stuff there. But, yeah, we'll be on to getting a new quarterback and say goodbye to all of these first-round picks. All of them. Drake ends up going in the 2nd round. I'm so sure he's going to be a star NFL quarterback forever takes him. But, like, to put it into perspective, he's the same overall as Gage. You could see how differently they played. We do hit our threshold here. Our 9th #1 overall recruiting class, which ties Saban, meaning just one more will get us that notch. And we still got a couple more years left to do it. So we are most of the way through. And we are kind of winding down on a lot of the accolades that we need here. So we'll be seeing what the quarterback situation's looking like for next season, as I think I do want to start one of the young guys. You see, we could go with another, like, stopgap one-year guy. I'm going to start the freshman redshirt Ezekiel, and we got really good running backs here. Look at the receiver. Look at how many good receivers we have. We have 5 90-plus receivers on the team. This is insane. Like, even without boost, they are 90-plus receivers. 5 of them. Like, dude, our 5th receiver is, like, any other team's best guy, probably. 94 overall D tackle, Jadarius Merritt. Look at that, man. So if you're wondering what, like, the high outcome of certain positions, certain players are, we've had it for quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. We've had like a 92, 93 offensive lineman. You see now a 94 D tackle. We've had 92 linebackers, 91 corner. That's pretty good too. And 284 safeties, but a really good roster. And I hope that the quarterback spot will be a lot better. We'll give the freshman a try and see if it's good. But how about this dude, Steve Ferris at running back? 98 change of direction with 99 speed. This dude might even be better than Enrique Wade. Like, that's insane. We'll go back to the SEC title game against Tennessee. So we lost to Tennessee already in the championship game last year, but now we got a new quarterback out there, and we got one that's playing pretty decent. Shakir Ezekiel out there as a freshman. I don't expect the Montel Horner career, but I expect a little bit better than at least the last guy, I'd hope, as we go to the little jet pass. We're up 21-15, and now it's 7.5 to go. Ezekiel pushing his team down the field. Hit as he's throwing, got the first down, as we'll have it to the 45. We have half as many first downs as them, but we're hitting some big plays, as a short pass is going to hit for 6. At least we're not doing so much in the big play department in this drive. We're kind of just pushing our way through, but you can see Scroggins, our running back, 9 carries for 135 yards. Ezekiel, he can run the ball, so we won't have to worry about having an immobile quarterback in this offense, as we'll hand off for a gain of 13. This has been such a good drive as Scroggins through the middle. Close, not quite. 155 on the ground. Add to it. No, you should have handed that. He lost 3. 3rd and 3. And Ezekiel, they pick up the extra man. He'll scramble. He's got it. Touchdown. What a drive. Take up half the 4th quarter and go up by 2 scores. We took a lot of time and had a lot of little plays to succeed on that last drive. Tennessee needs the opposite. They need quick offense. They need big offense. And they'll have a couple of nice plays to set them up already in South Carolina territory. First down carry here. We'll take them to about the 4-minute mark at the 46-yard line. Throwing over the middle. Breaking on the ball. And nice job to jar it out. 2nd and 10. And he'll go underneath. Nope, incomplete. Broke on it again. Well covered. 3rd down and 10. And this time he got a bit of separation. And he broke a tackle. The 24 gain of 22. Handoff through the middle. He's going to get them about 3 yards. 3rd and 7. As they have a man open underneath. And oh no, he threw it down the field for an interception. Tried to go for the more aggressive play. Didn't work out. Tennessee now needs to stop here. They do get it. All right, they only had to burn 1 timeout because we were throwing. So, I mean, it's still not ideal for them, but they have a 4th down and 4 as Tennessee takes off and run, and he got the first down to the 45, but with 1 timeout lost and now a sack. You're really pushing it to where you might need the onside kick as they throw it for the first down marker. What a grab. My goodness. That's an incredible catch. And it's not going to mean anything. Intercepted. And we'll take it for a victory. A tying 9th conference championship and an SEC title. We have tied Nick Saban with the 9th title. And we can cross that off to say we have leveled, but we're trying to break it. And how about another Heisman opportunity? Shakir Ezekiel as a freshman. Maybe we do have a little Montrell Horner situation here, who Horner was a finalist as a freshman, didn't get it done until his junior season. Ezekiel, meanwhile, as a finalist, gets it Heisman winning freshman quarterback. Yeah, that's scary for a lot of people. We got ourselves another Heisman winner, and even though Horner was amazing through the first 4 years, all 4 years, it took him till he was a junior to do it. So the fact that Ezekiel is already kind of ahead of schedule there, and maybe the accolade doesn't necessarily match the statistics. He had a great season. He's got a lot to live up to, though, if we're going to put him over Horner at any point throughout his career. He's got some stuff to live up to. We have our 6th top 5 offense and our 6th top 5 defense. We've already blown the offensive tally out of the water. We still need a little bit more on the defensive side, though. So we'll move ahead in this game in the playoffs. We played Memphis a lot, and we have now blown Memphis out again, 41-7. Yeah, Memphis needs to stop making the playoffs, man. And right back to Tennessee, where we were able to beat them in the conference championship, and now they get another shot at us. They got to the 4 seed still, despite losing. And yeah, we're up 30-23. So once again, it is, a doable game for Tennessee. They are playing us tough, and an interception in the end zone. Ezekiel turns it over. Seems like Tennessee is going to hand us the toughest battles that we're going to have this year, before the national championship, if we so make it. But will it ultimately be a clean sweep, or will Tennessee get a bit of revenge on us for that SEC title game? And a handoff is going to lose them 3. 3rd down and 11. They'll throw. Quick out. They got room to run. Where is the defense? He is gone for the tie. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they are going to make us work for this one. As with 30-30 being your score, Ezekiel, can he put together what could go down as like a GOAT level freshman season to go and win a national championship, a Heisman, undefeated, and all the other stuff that go with it? Like, it'd be hard to say anybody's had a better freshman season all time, as we'll get a screen and a broken tackle to make it 4th and inches. I like it. Go for it. Make him sweat. Make a big play. And a 1st down for Scroggins as he gets to the 33-yard line. Jet pass. And a jet pass actually worked. And we got 11. 3 minutes to go. Handoff through the middle. Scroggins again. As he's got another 10. He's at 150. He's averaging, again, like 10 yards a carry. He's been awesome in a couple of playoff games, big games that we've seen him in. As 2nd and goal. And go to the flats. Open tight end. Touchdown. Tennessee back down by 7. Can they do it? They have given us a hard-fought battle, but can they pull it off in the end? As a scramble again, past the 40 to midfield, and he's brought down right at the 50. 1:20 to go. Handoff as he'll go for about 8. They'll go down to 3rd and inches after a 2-yard gain. He'll scramble again. He'll get a 1st down again. They're doing a lot of running, but they are moving the ball pretty effectively. Screen, and he's going to have some space, but he couldn't make an open field defender miss. That prevents him from getting a 1st down. Take some time off the clock. Make it 3rd down and 4. He'll step up and try to run again, but he's met for a sack. 27 seconds to go, 4th and 6. Game on the line. It's incomplete. He got hit. And we're going to a national title once again. Scroggins with a great game. And Ezekiel, can you win the national championship and give us another one on the resume? Taking on Notre Dame for the 2nd time in a national title. And the first play, oh my goodness, it was almost a safety. They were backed up at the 1-yard line. But we faced Notre Dame in the championship before. It was one of our rare big losses. But now he's going to almost get a safety again. Dude, that is the 2nd time that was almost a safety. We'll instead get the ball back on a punt. It's 20-14 as both the 1 and 2 seed making it all the way. Can Notre Dame be the ultimate, like, just kryptonite for us and make sure that we lose 2 national title games? Or will we get a 6th one to hang another banner as Ezekiel's got another completion? Moving into the red zone, Ezekiel under pressure gets his man. And right at the 1st down marker, he's got it. Ezekiel's had a really good game. Spread the field. They send the blitz. In the end zone. Touchdown. Make it a 2-score game. 27-14. and a potential Saban tying 6th title is right in front of us if we can just play a nice 5 minutes left and just make sure we don't absolutely blow things here. As even though Notre Dame's rushing attack has been good, they need their passing attack to be better if they're going to want to do this. 3rd and 10, and a throw. Hit, got it out, and not quite the first down. They have to go for this. 4th and 2 with 4 minutes to play, and he's got a short. Got the first. That's all they needed. That's exactly what they got as they'll move to the 48-yard line, stepping up and letting it fly. It's 1-on-1, and so it's caught. I thought he bobbled it for a bit, but he caught it, and it's 1st and goal now. Hey, sack for a loss of 10 though, and right back they go to the 19 and floating it out of bounds. Got rid of it before taking another sack. 3rd and goal, rolling out, and he'll throw. It's intercepted. Forced it, picked it, and we got it back. And the national championship is right in front of us. Ezekiel on the carry. 1st down, and another play could do it. 1st again, but he gets out of bounds, so we'll need, looks to be one more to put it down for good. Final timeout used, and a speed option. Keeps it. Got it. There's your 6th national championship. And that ties Saban as well. And we still have the final couple of years left in this one. We are more than 2/3 of the way done. We're in that final third. But right now we've tied in national championships. Right there are the SEC titles. Couple other accolades. We are there. And we still have more time. And look at the season Ezekiel had as a freshman. 4,900 yards, 51 touchdowns, and how about 700 rushing yards to add on to it, Ezekiel? Statistically, insane stuff. Also, the rushing against, I know it was UL Monroe, but that's some crazy rushing production there. Scroggins, awesome year for him, 1,400 yards, 3 receivers at 1,100 to 1,200 yards, and the sack production, amazing as usual. So we'll send a whole bunch of more players to the NFL, send a whole bunch of more players into this amazing, lineage of players that we have here. I'm trying to just see, who else is just insane. You could see Bowringer, that dude with the 90 speed. He ended up being a 14-sack guy. Merritt, look at him at D-tackle. 3 good seasons. We've already surpassed the total draft picks and first-round draft picks. You could see, we're getting, 10 first-round picks a season now. We're at that point. We're getting players who don't even play for us to be drafted, and we have now gotten our 10th #1 recruiting class, 10th in a row, which surpasses Saban's 9. So we have now broken that one, and we have year 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 5 years left to win a national championship, to win an SEC title, and to get the other cleanup stuff. And Ezekiel's going to be here for, at least this season and maybe 2 more years if we pay him enough and he wants to stick around. But he's got 94 speed. He's got good, throwing stats. Not quite the strong arm that Horner had, but similar level runner. And, dude, we got a 96 overall receiver now. Emmanuel Henry is 96. I think that's the highest, baseline overall we've had at wide receiver. He's also 5'7". He's also, he's in that mold of Geo Teague, but just a little bit, better overall-wise. I do like Teague's skill set more, but still, amazing player. 92 left tackle as well, 93 center, 92 right guard, 91 right tackle. Bowringer's a 93, and we got great D tackles. So, everything is set not only for everything to be broken here, but for Ezekiel to try to outdo Horner. He's on pace, on task right now to potentially do it. Year 13. There is another SEC title against Ole Miss. Been a little bit since we've seen them, I think, but I don't need to show you a whole lot in this one. How about an 83-yard touchdown from our team as, yeah, we're going to run away with this one. It started 24-21 in the fourth quarter. Ezekiel runs for another touchdown, make it a now suddenly 17-point game. Then how about a safety? Make it a 19-point game. And then a jet pass to the edge and touchdown again. I mean, dude, we just rolled them. What a fourth quarter. And we get our 10th SEC title, which surpasses Saban. And we get another Heisman candidacy here. So this would also be another milestone hit here if we are able to have Shakir Ezekiel get this second Heisman on his resume, because that would make it the 5th, which would also surpass Saban at Alabama. We're kind of hitting everything right around the same time, as Ezekiel, for the second Heisman of his career, is going to get it. So we have now gotten the SEC titles, the Heisman winner, and we got the recruiting class the previous year, the number ones, got that one broken. We need one more national title to surpass, and we need some more top 5 defenses, but we got the draft picks already, and we just need to like hold steady with the win-loss. We'll tally the win-loss stuff at the end, and I'll show you kind of what everything tallied out to being, because Saban won like 87% of his games. We are, right now looking good on that, but yeah, we got more than enough All-Americans. We've already surpassed that. And then when it comes to the top 5 offenses and defenses, no top 5 defense, but we got a top 5 offense. We needed a top 5 defense to keep pace. That one's going to be the tough one. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but we get a dominant win over TCU. On to the semifinals already to see what is waiting for us, as it's going to be against Oklahoma. Another SEC opponent that we didn't face in the SEC title game, despite them being undefeated in the conference. As the first play of the fourth quarter, we're losing this game, actually, but we get an interception to start off a tip. And down 19-14, can Ezekiel pull through to win this one? As we get through with Scroggins, and he has a first down. But Ezekiel, I mean, you're on track to have, what could be a perfect career. I mean, what if he goes out and just wins 4 Heismans and 4 national titles? That'd be insane. Look at Tasker with a great grab. I mean, that's incredible. Backup running back getting the carry. And we are down to the 4-yard line, looking for the end zone to take the lead. And we got it. Touchdown for the lead, where we do not go for 2. We go for the extra point to make it a 2-point game. I think you probably should have went for 2, but it is what it is. We deal with what we deal with there, and we can't really do anything else. I had the aggressiveness always up to 100%. I mean, I wonder if there's anybody actually still asking about like playbooks. I'm being so serious. I haven't changed playbooks once. I just rolled with South Carolina's base stuff, which is just their offense, and then I think it's like 4-2-5 defense. I just rolled with the default there and just cranked up aggressiveness, and then that's about it. So, I know people always be asking me, and when I do videos for what playbook? I'm just using the standard stuff. I wanted to, make it kind of like, I don't actually know. I don't really keep track of what playbooks are good too much. I don't really, dive into that. I just kind of make whatever works work. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, it is what it is. I don't know if South Carolina's playbook is just like that. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. There's probably somebody out there who tests. I test a lot of things. There's probably somebody out there who tests playbooks way more than I do. So, you can let me know in that regard, as we're still up by 2, getting a sack here. Loss of 6, 3rd and 13. As off the edge, we send the nickel blitz. We get an incompletion. I think that's pass interference. He's doing the little John Cena there. And you got a pass interference, buddy. The little you can't see me, but the ref could see you. He could see you getting a pass interference. As Oklahoma with 3 to go. It's actually a little worrying, because they're now in field goal range to take the lead, and I'm really going to think back to not going for a 2-point conversion there to give us a chance at a field goal lead, but maybe it won't matter. Maybe they're just going to find the end zone here. Goal to go, and they'll throw outside, and he gets brought down. That's a nice tackle. 3rd and goal to the air. He'll step up, fire to the end zone, touchdown Sooners. And we'll be down. Ezekiel, 2-minute drill to try to be a hero here as they'll throw outside. Caught from the 45 with 1:15 to go. Dropping, throwing. Oh, it's broken up, and that could have been a good first down to get as we'll run it here. And just a 2-yard gain. We're under a minute to play. Third down as Ezekiel's taking a shot deep. It's caught! Touchdown! What a play! Tasker in the back of the end zone. What a throw! What a catch! 2-point conversion now. That is insane. Break out of the sack, and he won't get the 2. So we are still only up by 1, but we are up. A field goal, though, for Oklahoma would probably win this game as they go up the sidelines. Don't let that incredible play to Tasker go to waste. As under 40 seconds to go, they find a man in South Carolina territory at the 39. They're right on that line. It's a long kick from here, but they get themselves closer. And they just run out the clock. And from the 20, kick is good. No national championship for us this season. And that big 7th championship has got to wait a little bit longer if we're going to want to get it. That really stinks, man. That really stinks because that end was potentially amazing. Dude, look at the completion percentage. What is it? 76 completion percentage? The stats were down as a whole. Less yards, less touchdowns, less everything. But the completion percentage was up. It's Scroggins. Nice career for him. 1,400 yards, 1,700 yards when he became the out-and-out starter. He averaged 8.7 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns, 119 yards a game. I mean, what a year for Scroggins. I have a really good running back to take over for him, too. I'm really excited about the next guy. If you remember a couple of years back when I showed you the 99 speed, 98 change of direction guy, I got that guy coming in. Tasker had a nice 1,000-yard season, was the only 1,000-yard receiver for us, and that play in the back of the end zone was amazing. Emmanuel Henry doesn't get 1,000, but ends his career with a total of 3,000 yards across 3 seasons as a, out-and-out starter for us. And we have a couple of nice sack contributors here, 16 and 13. 5 interceptions for Gallimore, Scroggins, and company, Tasker, Henry. All these guys go in the first round, of course. And we now had paid a fortune for the usual stuff here to keep our guys around. If you want to know what I peaked at for recruiting, like the NIL points and everything, I peaked at like 22,500 was what I got the most. That was the most I got. And you can imagine, I don't know how much more I could have reasonably gotten, because I did I did all the goals every year. We'd obviously get success and everything. Like, I did all the stuff that you would need to do to get more and more points. We were a 5-star prestige. We got like A+ everything. So like, I don't know how much more you could feasibly get. I'm sure there's probably a way, maybe. But 22.5 is about what I got to, which is still insane. Like, that's the thing is, that's more than enough, especially if we are like a 5-star team. Like, you can see I have 4,000 unspent, and like, look at this, bro. Look at all these receivers. Look at, I got like 790 plus receivers. I have 4,000 unspent, and I don't even know what to do with them because I already have everything. I already have all the support things. The only thing I guess I don't have is I didn't get the most expensive coordinators. I got like maybe the next level because I was going for the strategists rather than the elite recruiters or motivators. But I got like maxed out strategist coordinators for like 400 piece of for offense and defense. And then, I got everything basically you can get in this. So we're on to year 14, and we're back in the SEC title game as we have just 4 years to go. When it comes to the national title, let's try not to really sweat this one out and take it too far. I mean, we've not gone more than, I believe, 2 years without winning one. So, like, we are on track to at least win another 1 or 2 if we're going based on the pace so far. And after failing last year in a close one against Alabama, this year in the SEC title game, I mean, I guess there is a chance we could maybe lose out on our first round bye, but we have a touchdown here We don't need another SEC title on the tally, but any, more on the accolade list is going to look nice when we get to the very end. And you guys are going to, I guess, be the deciding factor of if we were able to have a career that eclipsed Saban, or whoever you think maybe is the GOAT coach. Maybe you don't think it's Saban, maybe you think it's somebody else. I don't know. Not everyone's going to have the same opinion, but hopefully by the end, it could be pretty unanimous that we were able to go out there and do it, as we got the stop, we got the ball back, and with 6 minutes to play, Ezekiel is playing well again. Another 300 yards, another 2-touchdown performance, no turnovers. We're moving the ball, we're doing well, and I'm starting Steve Ferris at running back, that 99 speed guy. I'm giving him all the opportunities to be the star back on this team. I haven't had like a 4-year starter at running back. I've had a 3-year starter, but I want to see what a 4-year starter looks like, as we'll toss it out on 4th and 3, and to the edge, he doesn't get it. That's brutal, because we maybe could have taken a long field goal try there to make it a 2-score game. Instead, Alabama's going to have a chance at this one with 3.5 to play, as Bama moves right, throws on the run, picked off. And we'll take the ball back at the 43 with a chance to put this one to bed, and a first down completion to start off. Bama's going to have to start burning timeouts. Draw. Lost 2. Bama first timeouts. Play action. Completed. And that'll be Bama's second timeout. 3rd and 8. And the handoff is not going to get it. 42-yard line. This is a long kick. And from about 59 yards, it's good. And that might just be enough to do it here, as Bama on their next drive will jump ahead a little bit here to about the 50-second mark at the 30-yard line, where they are moving it, and a screen is going to get stopped down. 4th and 4, clock running, game on the line, and it is over. That's our now 11th SEC title victory, an 84 completion percent, 33 of 39 for Ezekiel. Ferris was also a leading receiver for us as well. We go to the Heisman candidacy. Well, you wouldn't believe it. The dude who won it as a freshman, who won it as a sophomore, is he going to win it as a junior now? Will it be a three-peat of Heismans for Shakir Ezekiel? That'd be ridiculous, man. We have a legit chance of getting a four-peat of Heismans, and to be the first person to ever win a trio of Heismans. Ezekiel is going to win it again. Oh my goodness, man. It was ridiculous. He's got 3 Heismans in 3 years. It's ridiculous. I know a lot of it does come down to like team success as well. Because his stats weirdly have gone down from his freshman year to his sophomore year and now to his junior year. Like the stats have gone like a little bit worse, but he's still winning them because we're succeeding, and he's still got good stats, and he's still got a crazy completion percentage as well. We got a boatload of All-Americans, and I mean, we're basically like doubling up on the All-Americans for what we need. We've got our 8th top 5 offense. Once again, we didn't get the defense. I think the defense might not be something we get here. So we're going to win in the second round against Arizona State, 34-10. Move on to the semifinals against Georgia Tech. And we got a 10-point lead against Georgia Tech. So 27-17 and the ball in our possession. So all things looking good for Ezekiel to try to get himself, to try to, like, I know Horner had 2 Heismans, but, 2 national championships. Ezekiel, he can have like a definitive case over him with 3 Heismans and 2 national championships, and maybe he could even win 1 this year and 1 next year to make it 3. As Georgia Tech with a big play, they got the ball back and immediately hit 36 yards on the completion, and we'll get another double-digit yard gain, make it to the 34-yard line, handoff through the middle, and we'll get 7. So Georgia Tech probably going to look for that touchdown first. I mean, you know how it goes if you even slip up against this team, especially when you're in a deficit. Your chances are just done for. I can't remember the last time we blew a lead, as the handoff through the middle is close, 3rd and inches. Handoff, no keeper for the quarterback. It's in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And a much-needed touchdown with 4 minutes to play, as he'll go to completion. And he's breaking a tackle, but losing yards. Lost 2 on the completion. 3rd and 11. Pass short of the sticks. He's going to get brought down. Couldn't break that tackle. And Georgia Tech's going to have the ball with 3 minutes to go. Needing 60, but now needing 66 yards after a sack. And 3rd and 15 hits. He'll throw. And incomplete. Almost picked. They'll go for it on 4th and 15. Do they got it? It's tipped, almost caught. That would have been ridiculous. Instead, Georgia Tech now hanging on by a thread. They'll get the 3 and out, but the issue is they'll be down to the 2-minute warning, 1 timeout, and we got a field goal good. So that means they will need to go 80 yards with 1 timeout, a minute and a half, less than that even, and they need the touchdown badly as they'll get hit as he's throwing, and he's got a 4th and 8 in the game on the line. 4th down, throw it after he got hit, it's caught! Chase him down, come on! To the 22 of field, flipping 58 yards, 60 seconds to play, shot to the end zone, incomplete. 58 seconds, 22 yards out, caught short of the line. They burn their final timeout. 3rd and 2, and he's hit out of bounds. 4th down, and a chance to end it again. Handoff. He's falling forward. It's so close, but he got it. 35 seconds to go, and he'll step up. He'll try to run. He's sacked for a loss of 2. They gotta hurry back to the line. 27 seconds and clock running by the time they get the snap off. 2nd and 12 from the 14. It's going to be 20 seconds to go as they'll throw. Step it up. He's going to run, and he's down. 14 seconds to play, though. It dove in bounds. You got to get back to the line. 3rd down, and they spike it with 7 seconds, meaning he got 1 play, 1 chance, end zone. Oh, my goodness, he caught it. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? He got popped in the end zone in double coverage, caught it, and that's game. Georgia Tech wins. Are you kidding me? That is just so unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Well, you could see he went from 43 touchdowns. He's down to 33 touchdowns. The completion percentage went down. Rushing touchdowns and production overall went up, but it's funny that Ezekiel is actually, like, he peaked as a freshman. And he's just slowly getting a little worse. Ferris is a freshman running back at 1,000 yards. Man, all right. Well, we got 3 years left, and we got to still win 1 national championship. Ezekiel is a 98 overall as going into his senior season, and he still hasn't gotten progressed yet. We are able to keep him for obviously a lot, but we're actually going to see him be a 99 overall, aren't we? We got another good recruiting class. From here on out, we're not going to be like pushing hard for recruiting. We already got all the #1 classes, and with only 2 years left after this upcoming season where these freshmen are going to play a factor, but the freshmen after are only going to have 2 years, so by the time they play, they're either a redshirt freshman or a true sophomore, and then we'll be over. I'm just going to kind of focus on the portal and getting the high floor. We'll be all right, though. So, going into year 15 out of 17, we have a 99 overall Shakir Ezekiel. No boosts, like, contributing this. He's a straight 99 overall quarterback. This is what a 99 looks like if you end up getting there. Oh boy, he's actually insane. Insane stats. And we have Ferris, who I'm still starting, even though he's not as high overall. He's, I think, the best performing back that we have. And obviously we have 1,090 overall receivers. We got, like, you're kind of used to what we're looking at here, but the team is just insanely deep. It's just insane, the talent that we have. I mean, we got dudes who are like 85 overall, are going to be drafted in the NFL, who won't even sniff a rep on this team. The first page season, 94, 95 overall players. Like, dude, it's insane. Year 15. Speaking of insane, we don't make the conference championship. We went 11-1, but our 1 loss was in the SEC, and there were 2 SEC teams that went 8-0 in the conference. So, I mean, we don't need SEC titles. We've already smashed that that record for we're shooting for in this video. That's interesting. We got another top 5 offense, which, no surprise there, but we also got a top 5 defense as well, which is Awesome to see. So we get to head straight into the playoffs instead, where we get to take on one of these SEC opponents. So while it may not be an SEC title game, we are going to be familiar with our conference opponents here in the second round, where we got a 24-17 game. And I ultimately think it'd be very disappointing if we had this career end with just one national championship. I do find it funny now Ezekiel wasn't even a Heisman finalist this year. Like he didn't even come in contention for the Heisman. It's weird. I don't understand. His career has worked backwards. Like it has. Like he had his best year as a freshman, won the Heisman, won the national championship, and then a little bit worse, but a Heisman. A little bit worse, but a Heisman. And now, a little bit worse, no Heisman, but he can maybe try to win a national championship here and make everything okay. But I do think it would ultimately be disappointing if we come out here with that career to only win one national championship in that 4-year run of Ezekiel. So we'll step up and have a throw on Oklahoma, tipped and picked off. Already made it a 14-point game. Now getting around everybody to make it a 21-point game. Pick 6. And that is the play that broke it wide open for us to come out and win this second round game against Oklahoma. 38-17, a 21-point victory where nothing really happened. We got the ball back and we just ran out the rest of the clock pretty easily. So we on to the semifinals now, where we can hopefully not stall out. We'll face one of our most familiar opponents. I think if there's a team that we played the most in this video, probably Tennessee. We've played them like 5 times, maybe? You know, like, I mean, it looks like a lot because I condensed all this into like, 3 to 4 hour video, but, across 17 years, it's not that bad, but still. We have seen a lot of similar teams here just due to the fact that even though I waited till after the patch came out for the Dynasty to like do it so that I can maybe see, if the patch made things better. It did make things a little bit better, but also I do feel like at least at this point, it felt a lot easier to build a really good team, especially with NIL, as Ezekiel got the 5-yard gain, not enough for a first down. It's 13-6, but I don't know what your experiences are. I do feel like it has been easier even than last year, but I do put myself in a spot with this video where like the restrictions are off, the house rules are off, the the things I would normally do to try to make things a little bit more realistic are off. I'm just kind of trying to do the best that I can, even though I do typically prefer to play with some semblance of realism. So, a little bit different. You can let me know what you like to see more. I could do more types of like full-scale, long-term rebuild types where it's not really realistic, but it's just kind of we see what fun stuff happens. I typically lean on the side of realism, but, sometimes every once in a while it could be fun to just, let loose and do some wild stuff like this. But, you can kind of let me know what kind of stuff you prefer, as I'm always trying to see what you guys like and what other types of videos you want to see. As 4th down, Tennessee got a completion. And at midfield now, I mean, they haven't scored a touchdown yet. We're under 2 minutes to play, and if they can't find the end zone on this drive, oh my goodness, he almost picked off the screen. It's 4th and 9, and this could be it, and it's incomplete. And South Carolina takes over, and Ferris on the ground is going to get the first and make it a move. That'll be game. We're on to the national title. And, yeah, I mean, even though Ezekiel hasn't done a whole lot like throwing the ball, I mean, we didn't need to score a lot of points that game. We just kind of let the defense do its job, and the defense is doing incredible things. That is like 7 or 8 sacks as a defense. My goodness. We're taking on Nebraska in the championship. Nebraska's 15-0 and the #1 team in the country. Probably, once again, one of the tougher teams that we're going to be playing in this video. We played that Ohio State team, back-to-back years that was really good. The Notre Dame team was really good that we lost to. And this Nebraska team is up there for among the toughest teams that we've played. A 15-0 big-time program, and it's 24-2 with this field goal. Still 19 because he missed it. A missed field goal from about 48 yards. And Ferris, look at him run. How did he just stay upright for that long? 2nd and 6 as Ezekiel trying to get his first national championship in a couple of years. He got it as a freshman, now all the way back here as a senior, looking for that second one, and to be the 3rd quarterback in this video to have a double national championship on his resume, and to be the 4th quarterback overall to win one for us. As we'll throw outside, got him, man, touchdown! And that's our 2-score lead. As now Nebraska in desperation mode. Even if they made the field goal, we still would have a 2-score lead. So, like, that doesn't really matter, but what matters here is they need to find the end zone in the worst way, and they have just 4 minutes to do it and get the ball back and score again. It's 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw where we got good coverage, and that could have been picked. 4th down, and maybe your game on the line here. He's got it, and they'll keep it moving for a little bit longer. Nebraska to throw. And this could be that breaking national title victory for number 7, picked off. And to surpass Saban in the national title department with just 2 years to go after this. The handoff, through, got it inside the 10. And for good measure, are we going to score one more time? Yes, we will. Ferris is in. And we'll take home what looks to be another national title. I don't even think we're done. Look at Ferris. He wants more. He gets through the middle and make a guy miss. And that's going to be another touchdown from 63 yards. That is the punctuation on the 7th national championship, and finally getting the biggest of the accolades to be in our favor. Ferris had 166 and 4 touchdowns on 17 carries. My goodness, man. I'm pretty sure he's just a sophomore, too. We're going to have him for like another 2 years. And oh my goodness, Matt Rule's still the coach here. Matt Rule is coaching in 15 years for Nebraska still. Hey, man, that must be crazy. So Ezekiel actually did take a step up. I did lie a little bit. He had 79 completion percentage, 45 touchdowns, 4 picks, which makes it weird that he didn't win. I mean, his rushing production was his worst. And obviously the playoffs, add on to the stats for the Heisman, like that it accounts, after conference championship weekend. But that's just kind of weird. 79 completion percentage on the season, though, is absurd. I still think, even though cumulative statistics and Heisman's go to Ezekiel, I still think I like Montel Horner more. I still think I like him more. Is he better? Maybe not, but I think Horner was cooler. I liked him more. But him and Ezekiel for 8 years is pretty dang good to know that 8 of the 17 years we had Heisman level play, basically. I mean, between them, 7 Heisman finalists. And that last year, like, how did Ezekiel not even get a Heisman finalist if he won it the 2 years previous? I don't know. Maybe you're not allowed to win a Heisman 4 times. I don't know. Maybe it was voter fatigue. There's voter fatigue in the game, I guess. I don't know. It's still a good class. We had a top class. Still amazing. Ferris is a 96 overall as a junior. And for these last 2 years, I guess we're going to lean on Steve Ferris because we don't have another quarterback coming in like Horner or Ezekiel or even Gage or Sellers. I don't think we're going to have another guy come in like that. We'll see what the, portal has for us maybe for the final year. But we'll go into year 16 with a 97 overall right tackle. Oh my goodness, man. You want to know what a 97 tackle looks like? Dude. We're hitting some crazy thresholds in this game. Again, it's not as crazy, like, overall-wise as it was last year because of how much they've scaled things down. So, to see 95 pluses in this game, dang, man, that's just some wild stuff. Like, those players are absurd if you get a 95 plus. And the fact that we have a few, awesome. Year 16 against Ole Miss. We're 9th in the country, actually. This is our lowest ranking in a while. Like, feasibly, if we lose this game, we could maybe miss the playoffs, which is really interesting. But with 2 years left, all there really is to do is to just get the highest possible tally we can on everything and see how we stack up at the end. Keep on winning, as we'll get a sack here, and Ole Miss is down by 8 at the moment. Throw in middle, caught, but it's short. 4th down will take over. And does Ferris have anything for us? He's the guy we're leaning on, as he's got 9. And another handoff will get him a first down and more. I think it's the backup. Yeah, it is the other running back getting the carry. I do like one thing with this playbook. It gets the number 2 running back involved quite a bit. My only worry is that, like, the quarterback, hopefully it doesn't hold us back. Our quarterback is just not that great compared to what we've been used to. So we're going to bubble outside, and another first down as we're pushing towards making this a 2-score game and maybe wrapping up another SEC title. Step up, throw, got a completion for another first down. We're ticking this clock down to under 4 minutes to play. In the red zone, another third down situation. Hurley will throw on the run. That's a nice ball. And an 11-yard gain for a first down. Goal to go. Handoff. Number 2 running back gets the touchdown. And we'll move to Ole Miss now needing a lot on their end. Throw for a first down and more. Give them about 19 on the play. Jump ahead to about the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 4 situation. There's another first. How about we jump ahead to another play where they got a first down, and Ole Miss is moving the ball pretty nicely. But, I mean, now they've burned a timeout, so it's basically onside kick or bust. And somehow doesn't get into the end zone. There is about a half a yard shy. Goal to go. Touchdown. But they burned 2 timeouts, meaning onside kick is, oh my goodness, pick it up. Okay, we almost let that one slip away. All right, well, we got it. 12th SEC championship. And we'll be on to the playoffs once again. And we actually are not going to get a first-round bye, I don't think. I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, we're the 5 seed. Not enough for a first-round bye. The weird thing is, oh my goodness, look at our offensive line. The whole offensive line made the all-pro team. That's crazy. We haven't gone 4-0 in the playoffs yet because all of our national championships have come with us being first round buys. We got our 7th top 5 defense and our 9th top 5 offense. So it's actually not possible for us to get the top 5 defenses. Even if we get it next year, we'll only be 8 out of 9. We dominate in our first round game against Minnesota, 49-14. Mike Thompson is in. That's our... Okay. I actually should address that. Thompson was our actual starting quarterback. The guy we were playing with in the SEC title game was our backup. Thompson was hurt. Forgot about that. So Thompson is the normal quarterback that we have. He is the guy we should be, locked in on. But Hurley was in because of injury. But, we haven't dealt with a lot of major injuries. Enrique was hurt for a little bit, like a 99 overall running back, which was really disappointing that we missed him for a playoff run. But other than that, we've had minor injuries here and there. We had a quarterback injury a couple of years back. But other than that, it's been pretty okay. We're up 31-14 in this game right now. So Nebraska is going to throw an interception after we scored a touchdown. We're taking this one back, and he's going to go all the way. And if you thought we were done there, we're not. We have one more to show you after a 71-yard pick six. And with 14 seconds to play, as if we didn't do enough here. Look at this one. Outside, picked off. And we don't need to run up the score like this, but I guess we are. And another pick six. Touchdown to dominate Nebraska. And we'll head to the semifinals once again. Thompson, a fine game, but the defense, almost outscored the other team. I mean, 2 pick sixes and a couple of other nice plays that they made. We'll head to NC State's semifinal matchup. NC State, number 1 in the country, 14-0. So good on them. But we're up 17-10 right now, so winning so far and a chance to go and win what would be an 8th national championship, which would be awesome, obviously, to get, 2 up on Saban. Maybe even have a chance to get 3 up. We haven't... Weirdly, I don't know if it actually is weird. Weirdly, we haven't three-peated in this video yet. We haven't three-peated. We could still do it if we win the next 2, and that'll close things off. But we haven't three-peated despite never going more than 2 years without being in the national title game, but we've never won more than 2 in a row. I guess a model of consistency. We got a completion there for NC State on 3rd down and 20. They're not going to get the first down. We've been trading possessions here. There's 4 minutes to play, and we just need to hold on here. Don't do anything silly. 3rd down and 13. There's a throw. Stepping up, hit, and incomplete. And NC State will take over. Their offense has been able to do absolutely nothing, and he's sacked again. They just haven't been able to move the ball. They just need a touchdown to tie, but they haven't been able to do it. Another 4th down. This time they will go for it. 4th and 12 with 2 to go. Throw it deep. It's knocked away. And South Carolina takes over. And throwing caught. That'll be a broken tackle and a touchdown. And how about NC State with just 10 seconds to play, down by 14, another interception, and that will be it. The defense is unbelievably dominant this season especially. Let's head to another national championship. We see a new opponent this time, or will it be an old friend? I don't know. Who are we looking at? We've played Nebraska, we've played Ohio State, we've played Notre Dame. There you go, new face in the national championship, Michigan in the number 2 seed. So this could also be our first time making it from essentially like a wild card spot to all the way to the end. We've not had a 4-0 playoff run yet because we've just gotten a first round bye so much. We're up 21-17. Ferris has 158 yards on 10 carries. Oh my goodness, man, we're just mowing through them. Oh my goodness, the Michigan defense allowing a 15-yard per carry running back. That is disgusting. 4th and inches. We'll go backup running back. Got the first. Makes a move. Touchdown. And a 11-point lead as we are now swarming and teeing off on defense, or we could just let our pass rushers do their thing. He almost got the sack. Instead, it'll be 4th and 13. Incompletion. They'll go for it here at 7 to play. Take a shot. Pass the sticks. Double coverage and incomplete. And this could get away from Michigan very quickly. I even think that was bold to go for it. I understand, but like, dang, man. 7 minutes. I understand once he hit like 4 or 5. But we'll settle for a field goal here. They do get a stop, which is good on them. But it makes it a 2-touchdown game now. And Michigan needs to score on this drive, or it is probably all over, and it's 4th and 4. Oh my goodness, it might be all over. They'll throw. Incomplete. And Michigan is maybe done. Screen. Got it. 31-yard touchdown. And this is gonna get ugly real quick, guys. 38-17. And Michigan will step up and throw it deep. And it is picked off. Taken to the 9-yard line, where we have not only a 21-point lead, but the ball back. And look at this nonsense here. Read option for our quarterback. Spins through. And look at this guy. Who is this? Of all our quarterbacks, he's going to get a 91-yard rushing touchdown. Mike Thompson did that, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Not Horner, not Ezekiel, not Sellers. That dude. And you can see the rushing production we put up. 158 from Ferris, 100 from Thompson. And our 8th national championship. We have 1 year left in this video. And I'll try to make it relatively quick since we've kind of completed a lot of what we want to do here. I don't want to drag things. This is already a long video, and I've tried to cut it down as much as I can because it's a lot. 17 years is a lot, but I try to give it to you in as condensed and reasonably paced fashion as I can. So I hope this is an appropriate amount. It's a little bit longer than last year's, but like also we are a lot more successful than last year, I feel like, when it comes to making conference championships and everything. There's been a little bit more games. So we're going to be on to year 17, the final year. You can see, look at our draft picks, man. We've had twice as many first rounders and, oh my goodness, 200 total plus draft picks. We had the 4th recruiting class. We don't care. We don't care about that. We don't need the number 1 recruiting class. We're fine. We're fine. I kind of phoned it in a little bit in the recruiting game, just because, like, we don't need to. I was already so deep into recording. I'm like, I'm not spending another like hour per season doing like hardcore recruiting. I'm just gonna let whatever happens happen here. And we still got a really nice class, but it doesn't matter really. These players aren't gonna see any action here, but we still got a couple of 5 stars. And here's the final roster. Sean Hurley's going to be the quarterback, who was the backup last year and seen some action. And look at Steve Ferris is going to be definitely the best running back, I think, of the video. Enrique Wade was awesome, of course. We had some other nice players, but Ferris has been 1,000 yards, 1,500 yards, 1,500 yards, and now he's like a 99 overall and is probably going to run for another 1,500 yards, and barring injury is going to have like all the rushing records in this school history. Another couple of 90, 92, 93, another 93 there. A little bit weaker in the linebacker department, but that's fine. A little bit weaker in the corner department. That's fine. We actually don't make the conference championship. We go 11-1 again, but 2 8-0 teams. That's fine, honestly, because we still got a first round bye, and we'll be on to see Ferris. He won the Walker Award. I didn't show that, but if you've seen on the bracket in the bottom right, it did show he did win it. But Ferris was the best running back in the nation. We get a first round bye. We take on Oregon State in the second round. We win it 35-10, meaning we just have a potential 2 games left here. Georgia Tech, how about a little bit of revenge on Georgia Tech? They're one of the few teams that have been able to beat us in a big game. I think we've had 7 playoff losses, and Georgia Tech is one of them. If my math is correct, I think we've had 7 playoff losses. So them being one of them, we'll see. And look at Hurley. Oh my goodness. Look at these quarterbacks at this school run. 80 yards on the option, and he made one dude miss and took it all the way. What is going? If you get quarterback on this team, you get an instant rushing buff. Like, this is ridiculous, man. We're up 38-16. Tip ball, intercepted. I mean, we're just, this is the first minute of the fourth quarter still. We're on to minute number 2. We're rolling right now, and a throw over the middle, breaks through everybody, and another touchdown. And yeah, domination. We're on to the final game of the video, regardless of how it comes out, a win or a loss. This will be it. Texas in the national championship. They went undefeated. They won the SEC. And they are down by 11 right now. So let's see if we can close strong with our, what would be first three-peat of the video. And what would be a great way to end the video as the screen out. Gonna have a first down as we're already up by 11 with the ball in Texas territory. Got a man over the middle. 20-yard line. And I can smell a 9th national championship upon us. And that's also pretty cool because that would mean majority of the years, more often than not, over 50%, we will have won a national championship. That's also like would be a nice little notch to have as we're running to the 4th and goal. We're going for it. Why not? Handoff. Ferris doesn't get it. All right, that gives Texas a little opportunity, except no, you get a safety. That's strategic right there, just as we planned, because now we get the ball back, and Ferris can run free, and we can maybe go score another touchdown. If we get a field goal even on this drive, it'd go for a lot, because that'd be a 16-point lead, as they'll get a crosser for a first. And a fumble! That's a late fumble, but they'll call it Texas ball. All right, well, Texas does have it now, and, well, they could score here to make it a one-score game and, spoil the last game of the video. First down completion of the 37-yard line. 3:30 to play. We send pressure. We get in. And a sack. 2nd and 20. And they'll throw. Moving right. Hit. And got it. That's still a really good catch. 3rd down and 7. As they'll have an open man underneath, but he didn't want it. He tested it downfield, and it's an interception. That could be it. Just get these last 3 minutes going, and we'll have another trophy. Just get maybe 2 first. Texas burning timeouts now as they'll go 1, make it 2, 3rd and 13, and the throw for the first down. 1 more for the game. Ferris got the first. And there's another national championship. We get to close it strong. 9 national championships in 17 years. What a way to finish it. And don't leave quite yet. We'll tally the final results. I got all that for you, and we'll see like the records and everything. But I think overall, I'd have to imagine, I think we did we did it justice here. We think we did a good job. Hurley was adequate, nothing special, but Steve Ferris, I think, goes down as the best running back of the video. Look at that resume. 1,500 yards, 3 consecutive years. Look at all the touchdowns as well. It's insane. What a player, man. I think my favorite player of the video, Montel Horner. I loved Montel Horner a lot. It was so much fun to watch him. A lot of good defenders. I remember Hood with his, like, 40 sacks across 2 years. Look at all these first-rounders we end. Look at what we end with draft pick-wise. Ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. Doesn't really matter what our recruiting class was because, you know, doesn't really contribute to anything. Here is what the final looks like. Look at all of our appearances. I think it's actually pretty crazy. Like, the fact that we made the national championship as much as we didn't lose it much. We lost one national title game. So you tell me we went 9-1 in title games? That's insane. Look at the Heismans. Look at this 6-year run where we won 5 of the 6 Heismans. And then there's the Lenora Sellers one, like, you know, number of years beforehand. And the record books. Yeah, you could see what everything tallied out to, how many records we were able to break. Cole Gideon had a 320-yard game. When did that happen? Oh my goodness. He had Gio Teague, a 14 catch game, a 7-touchdown game from Mike Thompson. Stokes, 6 sacks. Like, we had a couple of really good ones. A 320-yard receiving game is insane. Gage still had the most individual season passing yards, which is interesting. We didn't break the receiving yards or rushing yards records, but we broke the touchdown ones and everything like that. So, this is what we tallied out to, and this is insane. We won 92.3% of our total games. And we had an insane 94.8% win percentage in the SEC play. Now, that tallies the regular season SEC play when you play would be 8 games a year. We only lost in the SEC 7 times during the regular season, and then there was obviously the 12 SEC championships, the 9 national championships. We had 4 total straight 16-0 undefeated seasons, 96 All-Americans, 233 draft picks with 116 of them in the first round, 6 Heisman winners, 7 top 5 defenses. The top 5 defenses was the only thing I didn't have better than Saban. Saban had 9 top 5 defenses. We had 7. That's the only thing I didn't do better in. We had 9 top 5 offenses. So considering I added even a few more things, we also had the number 1 recruiting classes as well. I would have to say, I think challenge successful. I find it hard to believe that this isn't a success. So let me know what you guys thought and what you want to see elsewhere for challenges and types of videos and stuff. And like and subscribe, as this was a very long recording, long video to put together all this stuff. But, you know, always want to put in the best stuff that I can for you guys. So I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one.